Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of It's Always Sunny in the God War City States of Klovisa, Rain Edition. Gentlemen, it has been a long week, to say the least. My internet was trash yesterday, or the last time I tried streaming, but for right now it's stable, even though there is a severe thunderstorm warning going through my area. So if we ever black out, or I freeze and the stream keeps going for a few seconds, my computer, I probably had a power outage. We'll try to do a recovery then and there, but you know, if I go out for hours, expect me not to be back. Just preparing you all for the worst. And speaking of the worst case scenario, we had some fun last week, didn't we, guys?
Yeah.
When by we you mean you, then yeah.
I did. So why don't we go
Well,
around the
must you make him
table
suffer?
and introduce each other, I suppose. John, you want to introduce
Ooh.
John?
Which John? Yeah, John, introduce me, John.
He loves it every time.
I love it every time. I don't care. John / Kushim, we'll just go counterclockwise. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Was in sunny Perth with lots of nice weather, and now I'm in cold and rainy Tasmania with less sunny, nice weather.
I see. It's a myth that Australia gets cold, but there's also another myth. If you're high on PCP, no matter where you are in Australia, you can run to the ocean. Is this true?
I mean, the being high on PCP part is unrelated to the being able to run to the ocean, which is true.
Oh, okay, just making sure. Quinn, also known as Luca, how's it going over in Deutschland?
Same old. The
Yeah.
weather's been fluctuating weirdly. It's been like super cold and super hot certain days. It's fucking me up.
Man, it sounds like Texas over there, brother.
I'm glad it's not, but
Well, maybe for some more stability in the, East Coast, Runt, how's NY, brother?
It was really nice the past couple of days, and then it's just been storming all of today.
Man,
Just lots and lots of rain.
our world falling apart? What is with the rain?
Yes,
This is rain edition.
Arctic circles.
Yeah. Zero, also known as Val, also known as John.
Yeah, been out here, rocking it. Don't go outside a lot, because it sucks outside, but it's cool.
Yeah. Revik, also known as Brood, also known as I need your name. How's it going?
That is Brood is my name. But it's been going well. I've been watching a lot of old movies, some new movies. The Great Wall was really good. Could have done without an American in it. I really
the one
like.
with Matt Damon?
Yeah, the one with Matt Damon, where he's
Yeah.
like just there. He's just there, I guess.
He's just there. He lives in China during the
Yeah.
fucking...
The whole movie is just an elaborate Rube Goldberg machine, which I enjoyed.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I was
lots of
thinking
zombie
of-
movies.
Was it a zombie? I thought it was Aliens.
It is technically aliens, but they run at you in a straight line.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
So
Eric, I see you're wearing your Best Buy Snuggie today.
Always.
How's it going?
I got my first COVID vaccine yesterday.
Whoa.
by Red Hot Chili
And-
Peppers.
I have a chunky kitty in my lap.
Oh, I thought you were about to show us something that would get me banned.
Hey, Not yet.
I
I have to wait for the opportune time.
The chonkers. Well, I'm so glad that we're all alive and kicking today, despite everything going on. And I suppose I can stop beating around the bush by just saying, "Ha, I killed you." Why don't we get a recap from one of the living party members currently? Anyone. Run.
Alright, fine. So last time we discovered where Grug was, where he was hiding out, told to us by the tyrant. And we went in the airship, all ready and stocked up to go. And we went in, uh, basically just heading down into a cave, kind of expecting what to know that there was going to be some sort of magic caster as we saw him last time. And we ended up running into some trouble as there were some creatures that we had already previously seen, but there were many, many more of them this time, and we did not immediately kill all of them like we did last time. So they gave us quite a handful of trouble until Grug finally decided to show his face and immediately killed uh, two of our friends, Dearmond and Bepa, with an erupting earth spell. So, we managed to chase him down after dispatching the rest of the enemies with some help from Irileth. And we managed to render him unconscious after chasing him down through the cave. And now we are headed back to Tolst.
Indeed. And I suppose we can start our scene right there on the deck. It is nighttime, the late afternoon or so. Close to evening, which means during winter it is basically all the way dark right now. You all have secured your rat, who is unconscious for the next 1d4 hours. If we're, not caring about the narrative that this thing is so fucking dead. But you four, Runt, Revik, Quinn, and Kushim, stand with about 30 Ulatheans in their splint mail armor, wielding either great weapons or heavy crossbows or magical items and arcane foci. Irithil is there as well. This long-eared, shaven head, somewhat short elf creature. Only dwarfing Runt in this moment. Well, I suppose Revik too. But what do you guys do as you look at your fallen quarry and then to each other?
I want this whole place to burn.
I put my hand and give him a pat on the back wherever it's covered.
Aerosol? Aerosol? Hey,
He looks to
Aerosol?
you, Revik, looks down a little bit.
Do you have any explosives we can do, like, just set this whole place up?
Yes.
Just awesome. I'll get started. And maybe it just moves.
She grabbed your shoulder, and luckily she's wearing gauntlets, so she doesn't have to give a shit about where she grabs you. The
Okay.
metallic talons dig into your energy shield, doing no damage to your body or to your hit point pool, whatever remains of it. And she just tells you to go look down the starboard deck and wait for 2 minutes.
This moment, he just doesn't understand, but he nods and he goes to the starboard deck and he just looks down.
Yeah. You look down, and below, leaning over the edge, you feel hands on and pushes. No, okay. Let's just wipe the
dead.
team here.
Laval! No, I'm sorry.
You lock into place, the wind not blowing your small, flimsy body over the edge, and you watch as portcullises built within the metal wall between the windows are beginning to rise. Strange metallic spikes are beginning to jaggedly jut out of the side of the vessel. It will be a moment longer, but in that time, Runt, Quinn, Kushim, you watch as Brood waits for destruction. But what are you doing?
I guess. Oh god. I'm not even sure how it. I guess Rudd's just kind of standing there. I guess he would have seen the interaction between Revik and Irithel, so he would just kind of go and stand next to Revik just to see what would happen, because he's at a loss of what to do. Because his goal was to capture the rat, and they did so, and now he just doesn't. He's so shaken by everything that happened, he doesn't know what he's gonna do other than just kind of stand around and be quiet.
I think Kushim would sigh and then shuffle up to Quinn and give him a big hug, pick him up, and say, "Thank you, friend, for saving me, for bringing me back from the
What are you
dead.
doing? Gotta.
I am hugging you."
Oh, thanks.
I put him down.
While you are celebrating your life, Kushim, and its continuation, Quinn feeling a bit awkward, having saved one at the cost of two others. The Ulatheans are going to the Rat Man and are chopping his hands off with large swords. Some healer is on deck to heal them immediately into stumps. There is
Metal.
a very loud squelching sound that you all hear. And then you watch as, well, they just haul him up and begin to take him, in theory, to the brig. Undoubtedly going to put more restraints on a spellcaster who is an enemy. A minute or so passes of silence, but Irithil will come and stand next to you. A few other Ulatheans who haven't watched the ship's main gun line fire will also do the same. For although this is a trireme, it definitely has range capabilities. As these jagged, tooth-like, well, not tooth-like, but fang-like metal obelisks jut out, 8 of them in total, you will all feel a strange sensation of the atmosphere beginning to charge. It is as though lightning is about to strike. And within 30 more seconds, lightning does. Shooting off from the starboard side of the vessel, the Judgment of the Lonely. I don't even remember what this is called. Whatever the name of this vessel is, sends 8 massive lightning bolts into the side of a mountain. An avalanche begins to fall. The crack, the thunderous eruption that follows suit takes a moment and then deafens the world as the night is for a moment illuminated. You all watch with sickening fascination as your eyes light up, somewhat blindingly almost, but you watch as that small hole that you had entered with 6 but only came out with 4 is shattered, destroyed. Undoubtedly the maze, the den that was made with a bunch of mold earth cantrips is well beyond collapse. And then after the avalanche of snow will come the rock slide as the mountain shakes. Irithil will say something in her native tongue, and then we'll tell you all to go below deck before you freeze.
Hey, fucking man. Hope that place never rises again.
We'll bring that much destruction for any of Grug's allies. And it's just sort of like a prayer. He turns and goes below deck as well.
Go go below deck.
I assume I wasn't even watching that. I'm kind of keeping to myself.
You left below deck minutes ago. Fuck the cold.
Yes.
You all have
I don't need to
quarters.
see that.
You've been on this ship for several days now. You understand. Well, no, only like one full day. But you, in limited space, will head to your private quarters, resting. And it will go rather gently. The airship, as we all know, is not one propelled through thruster or by fan or balloon. It's propelled by magic, so it is smooth sailing despite the weather. And then, while you guys are half asleep, waiting for the day trip to Tulst to conclude and you all to arrive, you will all be stirred as a warning klaxon goes throughout the ship. A siren to awaken and stir all crew members has been called, and you all assumedly act.
Yeah.
Yes.
Revik is just running to wherever Arethel is immediately.
Well, she's usually in the command bunker.
Sure. I'll bring my weapons.
Dope.
I will grab my hand crossbow, ready to fight.
Quinn, you
I'll
will
take-
take the longest because I know you don't sleep in medium armor.
I do not sleep in medium armor. That's horrible. Yeah, I will take my time, I guess, putting on my armor.
Kushim.
Yeah, I'll head up, follow where people are going.
Yep. The Ulatheans are moving with unrestrained concern. They are rushing to the deck as though they are preparing to do battle. People are throwing on metal straps which just immediately cling to their bodies. Other people are passing out weapons from rooms just to whoever has a hand open. And Revik, Kushim, and Runt will show up. Quinn shortly following. It is nearly dawn, which means it's still rather dark. But you can see the lights of Tulst. Several hundred feet away. You must be like right above the city walls right now. But the ship has come to a halt in the middle of the sky.
Why have we stopped?
Who do you ask this to, Rent?
I will ask this to, if I can find her, Irithel, if not any other, literally anyone, who appears that they have some sense of direction as to why they're going to somewhere. Like the other Ilithans.
Well, you
Or
find
Ulathans, excuse me.
Irithil rather easily because she's the shortest and the most bald-headed of any of the Ulathans. She does not wear a helmet ever. Does nothing for her AC, unlike these schmucks. You can ask this to her, and she will look at you. The tyrant is coming. It is best that we fight him here than below in the city.
Wait,
What? But I thought, why are we fighting him?
Tyrant is our friend.
There is a whooshing noise above you as the sky splits for a moment. The clouds that you are, well, technically hiding in, but are translucent enough to see the bright, luminous lights of the city during dawn. Not doing anything to a terrifying creature who is more like a force of a object rather than a living human being.
in the
As-
air?
Yes,
Like,
above you,
okay.
flying, and then falling towards you. It is a strange noise that follows a whistling almost of a bombshell just soaring through the sky. But as the screeching stops and a figure lands upon the deck, many Ulatheans close to him immediately bolt away deeper to where their friends are, forming a perimeter. You all in the dark. Who doesn't have dark vision?
Me.
I cast light.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cast lights. Whoosh! It immediately.
I do have my
expires.
flashlight. I do have my flashlight.
The flashlight stays, but the magical light does nothing.
Oh,
The cantrip
Mhm.
is canceled or absorbed or counterspelled? Question mark?
You can. It's overkill though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move to those. Are those platforms where they drop us on deck?
Yeah. They're on the side.
I'm gonna shuffle toward those. Yeah.
You begin
And-
to evacuate just a little bit, keeping your, eyes over it. But shadowed figures are quickly illuminated as several dimly illuminant orbs begin to flutter. You all can see a 19 to 20-year-old's frame, very familiar, but that facial expression of just always happy, kind of just, oh yeah, super casual, super understanding, is completely gone. There is a mask of anger, of disappointment, of just barely restrained hatred as the tyrant appears, lowering his bodyguard, which remained 30 feet close to him, either through some telepathic means or through a magical spell, but she lands as well without her weapon. Tyrant's longsword is quickly drawn as he approaches unchallenged to Irithel, the bald-headed elf that has been in your company for quite some time. Runt and Revik are standing close to Irithel. Quinn, where are you on the ship?
I'll probably interpose myself between Kushim and the Tyrant. Because he wants to, make for escape, it looks like.
Alright. You just begin to, flank left or right. It's fine.
Revik will draw his bow and point it at Arethel and say, "What's going on? What are you doing?" Just making sure that the tyrant is right here.
Yeah.
I'm right. Okay, cool.
Irithel ignores your action completely. The tyrant's eyes briefly glance to you, Revik. Please make me a charisma saving throw.
Sure. 18.
Ooh.
Just having his eyes interlocked with your own, Revik, for a brief moment made you want to piss yourself, as if your bodily organs just wanted to evacuate and go into the full fight or flight mode. But you're fine. No big deal. He's your buddy. He's your friend. He's here to help you, Revik.
Yeah.
Everything that the tyrant has ever done is for your sake. It's going great. You're Gucci, my man. You're not in danger at all.
Yeah. We made an oath with the tyrant. Yeah,
You're a Tolst citizen, even.
that's right.
You've been denizened. The tyrant switches his gaze back to Irithil. And then he speaks. Very softly, but his words carry throughout the entire vessel. Why are 2 of my citizens dead?
I will speak up, if that's
Runt
alright.
speaks up because Irithyll doesn't have an excuse.
Runt will step forward and he will say, I'm sorry. It wasn't really anyone's fault. It was,
No. Whose fault was it?
Runt will stare down the tyrant.
Yeah, make a
He
charisma
will-
saving throw.
Okay. I'm really bad at these. Here we go.
Runt, you're not a citizen of Tulst, are you?
No, I'm not.
You are under the effects of the silent spell. You try to
Couldn't say I
speak.
didn't try.
Your vocal cords move. You all watch Runt continue to talk like normal, but no words follow. Tyrant looks to the rest of the crew, spots Quinn and Kushim, and beckons them to come forward.
I sheepishly move forward.
I follow.
Quinn, Kushim, are you citizens of Tulst?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so either.
Okay, that's fine. Kushim likely could have if he ever wanted to, since he's a Cantelari refugee, just as a further note. But he looks to you two. Why are two of my citizens dead?
Oh, friend Tyrant, I'm so sorry. We we were reckless and arrogant, and we tried to take on more than we can chew. And because of that, two of them are dead. I
Who
tried to.
killed them?
Grug, that foul beast.
Where is Grug?
What are you gonna do to him?
He turns his head to Irithyll, and she wordlessly goes to get him. Alone, since everyone else is kind of just watching, waiting, potentially readying actions. And while Irithyll alone goes to acquire a rat, Runt, the silent spell, is removed from you. I don't know if you still kept talking after not being able to hear your own
No.
voice, but
As soon as he would have noticed, he would have taken that as a, yep, okay, time to shut up.
I'm gonna pull out the little simulacrum and hold it in front of the tyrant and say, "Please don't. We might be able to get information. We'd better served than killing him."
I will not kill him. And then Irithyll slowly returns after that promise is made, and the tyrant immediately grabs his longsword and stabs the barely one hit point conscious rat through the chest. Grug cacks out blood, begins to die, but doesn't. And for the next 5 to 15 minutes, you will watch a 20-year-old lose his entire mind. The calmness, the casualness, the soothingness of the tyrant is gone. It is just a scene of pure violence that John, the DM, could spend minutes describing as this creature known as the Tyrant, in the form of a 20-year-old man's body, brutalizes and turns this rat at one point with his bare hands into just a pile of wrecked meat and bones. And yet, the rat man clearly is not dead. it still intakes air. It makes weird noises. At one point, it begs for mercy and is quickly silenced as its jaw is broken. It is not a pleasant sight.
I Eldritch Blast Grug.
It does not go off. You begin to try to cast the cantrip, but the arcane energies that you summon are not present nearby.
Okay, then I just keep watching.
Yeah.
I think a few minutes in, I just leave, go back to my room.
Yeah.
I don't feel like watching this.
You are not alone in that assessment. And closer to the end, you will all watch the tyrant either tire himself out or something as he falls to his knees and begins to, in tears, reconstitute the broken body of Grug. And at that point, even more people begin to dip, because they realize they're not about to have to throw down with your boy.
Put my hand on his shoulder.
When you approach, it is rather difficult within the first 30 feet of him, but you can kind of push through it and then make it through that next 15, which is as though you are traveling through waist deep of snow and ice. But you can do this if you so choose, as you watch the tyrant silently cry and grieve for two of his agents, of his men who died for him.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does the tyrant's energy like change? Like, because we've gotten really close to him before, shaking hands with him and everything.
Yeah.
But like, can we like visually see the magic around him change? And can we like try to detect it? I suppose I'm trying to like, I'm trying. Basically, I'm trying to understand if his power fluctuates based on his emotion.
That is a commonality for all spellcasters. You would know this, right?
Okay.
Sorcerers are the most responsive when it comes to their emotions and casting them. But there is many a theory on how magic is made and consumed and used. And why don't we have some character checkups real quick before we move into the next cut, the next scene. And we'll go counterclockwise. Kushim, what is going through your head? You've lost two of your companions. You're looking at your city's and technical boss just lose his fucking mind at their loss. How are you feeling? Is this like another day for a Xenoth worshiper, or what's going on, Kushim?
Xenoth's more in the back of my mind at this moment, not full front. More full front would be, yeah, Kushim almost died as well. Has Revik and Quinn to thank for that, and is sort of mixed between thankful that they haven't died, but yeah, sad to see people dead, and terrified by the tyrant at first, thinking we're going to have to run for life again, and then seeing this sort of terrible torture and trying to stop it, and then just trying to help the sensitive person with a friendly touch on the shoulder.
Yep. Quinn, you watched half of that, but So what's going through your head? You just captured a rat. You found some weird worms that you spent like 5 minutes blowing up.
Yeah.
Now what?
Well, Quinn does blame himself a lot for what happened. He thought Tyrant was gonna kill him, honestly, because he was asking who was to blame, and he kind of blames himself, but he didn't dare speak up. And he's glad he didn't get killed, so he just kind of went back to his room to rest because that was very exerting.
Do
I
you
think his
take
presence alone was
solace
pretty
in the
exerting.
fact that it is not you in that rat's place? Or do you feel any consideration at all for Grug, the killer of 2 of your, well, party members? I don't dare call them friends.
Of course, I'm not glad I'm in this. I'm glad I'm not in this place, but I feel like that wasn't necessary. Doesn't really accomplish anything,
This is true.
so I didn't watch. Just kind of senseless violence.
Runt, you were studying this creature for a little bit. Are you taking a more analytical approach to your leader?
Yeah, he's definitely thinking. There's a lot going through his mind because he knows that the tyrant knows that he's got a dirty little secret, and seeing, having known, well, learning of and working for another group of people, and then working for this guy, he can see differences and parallels between them, and he's starting to, really be concerned about his own well-being, more so than before, because he originally thought, when as soon as he heard that he might have to fight the tyrant, that he thought he was coming for him specifically, and he didn't know why, or he didn't really care why. He just thought it was coming for him, and having learned that it was over the death of 2 people, while definitely tragic, as a leader of what Tulsa has, like, what, millions of people in it, right?
1.5 million.
Hundreds of thousands. Yeah. So the death of 2 people, even if they are like special task force members, uh, this reaction to that kind of, that kind of news is very surprising, considering how he's from Maelstrom, where death is just like that. It's it. You're over. You're done.
Okay.
So he's just kind of he's watching. He's more or less, disinterested in Grug, and more so watching the tyrant beat him to a bloody pulp.
Revik.
Uh, Revik, after the initial fear that they were being attacked and the initial confusion that, Irithyll was telling him that they might have to fight the tyrant, or initial confusion at least, um, seeing that the tyrant is there and upset because of the loss of his friends, uh, he actually feels a lot better. And seeing the tyrant basically enact the feelings that he himself was feeling towards Grug, really made him feel a sense of peace. And he sort of feels a lot better about his mission now, knowing that someone cares so much about him that, like,
He'd
it could
brutalize
have
a
been
rat
him.
for you if you died.
He'd brutalize a rat for me if I died.
What a guy.
But potentially Irithyll too. So, like,
Yeah.
this guy is all right in Revik's books. Someone's looking out for us, and I think that's the closure, or the sense of peace he needed right now.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
He has a smile as Grug's beating ends.
And with that, we are going to mark another day off your calendar since it is dawn. Let me just find that real quick. So it was the 16th of January when Grug was captured, also known as when I killed 2 people. So it is now the 17th, a Sunday. The 7th. Indeed. You all awaken in your rooms. Maybe some people had a better time sleeping than others, but it is a late day for you in the city of Tulst as I move maps and change music. Let us do antiquarian study seems fine. This is not a tuba time. as we all know, in the Tyrant's Court, it is a silly place, but at this moment in time, not so much. The atmosphere has changed and is physically affecting everyone. And the Tyrant, for the first day, past year and a half now, cannot be found. Ozark and his many simulacrums are still around. The one that Kushim was holding had vanished itself sometime during the night, probably to rejoin the others and report on what it had seen. But for now, you guys are on your own. The downtime has commenced, and 2 new party members are being searched for. So, party, what would you like to do with your downtime?
How much time do we have?
A week. And then you'll get 2 new party members, and then you'll need to take a week to level up. So.
Oh, cool.
Well, okay, well, time management-wise, let me correct that, because I just fucked up. So, you'll take a week to level up, and then at the end of the month, everyone else will have caught up in terms of my calendar level, which is what we're waiting for, because you don't want to bring in level 3s just to, not go out immediately. Anyway.
Real quick, I think my camera froze.
Your camera did.
Oh, it did.
Did in fact.
And I thought you were just.
You
being
look pretty unimpressed.
Yeah. There we go. Now you're illuminescent. You are shining like evanescent. Wake me up. Okay. Never mind. So, who wants to do downtime? What do you guys want to do? Just want to take a week off? Go sing karaoke again?
Oh, man.
I think, well, Revik wants to take Vapa's old weapon.
Yeah.
And he does a quick check-in with everybody. If anyone wants his old weapon, the Elemental War Axe. I guess at this point, if there's a barracks where we're all staying, he's just like knocking at the door. You guys want it? Or I'll stop at Kushim's place first. Knock knock.
Hello, friend.
Oh, hi Kushim. So I was just looking through Dearmond and Vapa's stuff. Do you want this? He holds up the Elemental War Axe. Otherwise, if we don't have a purpose for it, I met some other people that might.
No, friend. Let the other teams use it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go over to Quinn's door. Knock knock.
Come in.
Oh hey Quinn. You got a minute?
Yeah, of course.
Oh you don't sound so good, buddy. You alright? Should I come back later?
What is it?
Oh, I was just I was going through Quinn and Vapa's Vapa and German's belongings, and this is Vapa's War Axe, Elemental War Axe. Do you need it? Otherwise, we can just give it to someone else who might want it.
I shake my head. I don't have any use for it, I don't think.
Okay. Alright. You should put on some light in here. It looks really dark. Maybe. You alright? You sure?
I like it this way. Okay.
Okay, alright. I go over to Runt's room, knock knock.
Yes.
Runt, hidden behind a gray wall.
Yeah, I don't. Hang on, let me see if I can read.
Oh no, my camera's.
Camera setting.
Oh god.
No, don't do it! Don't do it!
Well, to be fair, you can't see him anyway, so he has to. Oh.
You're just talking through a door right now. It's fine.
Hang on. Sorry. Whenever I try to turn it back on, it freezes Discord for me, so I can't hear anyone.
Oh no.
I'm good. I'm good now, but I can't. I either have to keep it up as a gray screen, or we just ruin the overlay. So I'll just have to keep it like this.
We'll
for
go
now.
on break and fix it then. I like the 2
Okay.
rotating squares. This sums up my thoughts right now.
Break now, or can I just do the?
Yeah, finish your stuff.
Sure. Um, hey, Runt. I was going through Dearman and Vapa's stuff. I noticed that Dearman's longsword wasn't, rapier wasn't there. Do you want this elemental pickaxe too, or could I give that to someone else?
Is probably best if you give it to someone else. I
Okay.
don't think I'll need anything like that.
Okay. All right. And thanks. And then I'm gonna go to Ozark. And as I talk to Ozark, I'm gonna say,
Mr.
oh,
Frog.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Arvo, Ozark, Arvo. They're kind of like to
Oh,
me. Sorry.
yes, you go find the cripple.
Yes. Okay.
You find his attendant.
Okay. Hey. I was wondering.
Hello.
So, hi. There's another team that might be interested in this axe. They're the raid team. My friend. I wrote his name is like in the back of my head, and I'm gonna look at my notes
takes the
now.
war pick. I shall
Alright.
study it for Arvo, and see if it is of any worth.
Yeah, and when you're done, can you send it to the raid team? If it's not like,
He does not reply, and
Okay.
just goes to immediately cast
Wait,
the identify
wait.
spell.
Okay, cool. There's one more thing.
What? He
Okay,
busts
so
out
like,
the pearl, begins to forehead it.
okay, alright, so here's a cup. It's like one of those little red ones that you use for beer. Alright, hold
What
on.
is a red cup?
It's plastic. You drink from it. Okay, but here,
Plastic?
well, what's more important though, and then he like slides it along his skin. He's gonna hand him a small vial or a small cup, a
Your
little bit of
bodily
his mucus.
fluid is in this container.
Yes, I know it's kind of gross, but also it's got like on contact poison. Maybe you
I
could take a look
see.
at it. I can help you with that if you want.
What am I to do with it?
Are you able to replicate it?
Replicate your bioessence.
Sure.
Can you not do that yourself? Do
This
you
it's
need
not
my
it's
help?
not just for me. It's for everyone.
I will spend 10 minutes to identify your bioessence.
Okay,
Let
sure.
me connect and commune with the aspect of logic, and this tall, fair-haired Ulathaean for Arvo, despite being more of a mangled corpse himself, bound to a iron chair, is in fact the leader of the Ulathaeans, the elves.
Oh.
And this guy will spend 20 minutes first identifying the war pick, which is in fact a I believe they are just called elemental weapons. And he's like, ooh, a fragment of the Eternium crystal lies within this war pick. It's extremely valuable. And next is your spooge.
You want some spooge too?
Hey, it might be useful for us to know if that's poisonous.
True.
Yeah, for that pick.
Go see a nurse or a doctor of yours. Go consult your nearest physician. I am not that. I just have the identify spell.
Okay, sorry.
And he will identify that you're poison. And what did you want to know about this?
Nothing else. No, could you replicate it for anybody in the army who might use piercing weapons?
If I hooked you up to a skin flaying machine, potentially. But I don't believe you'd like that.
Is it hard? How long do I need to be in the skin flaying machine?
Forever.
Ooh. I'll come back when technology is advanced.
Understood.
Okay.
And he will keep the war pick.
Alright. Aw. Hopefully he'll do something about it. But yeah, okay. I tried. Alright, that's my downtime.
Alright, does anyone else have downtime, or do we want to take a quick break to fix Runt's camera?
Technical issues.
Hey,
I'm
this
probably
time
gonna
it's not
spend a
mine.
week with the reservists.
Just hanging out, looking for cool members.
Well, they're getting trained, I assume, right? I just
Yeah.
want to join in.
Oh, you want to be chased around by Sergeant Slaughter?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll beat the hell out of you. He loves volunteers. Kushim.
I'm gonna find well, I guess I'm 5 pairs of gloves so that we can handle Revik properly.
Yes, you can find dish gloves, you know, that in like the kitchen. They're bright. You can get them in yellow, purple, or pink.
I mean, I like those. I'll take those too. Can I also get some more like good, uh, able to slip under armor, that kind of gauntlets? I feel like the dish gloves would be a little unwieldy for. I guess if they have gauntlets, they don't have to worry. Okay, happy with the dish gloves. Over and out.
You spend an entire week finding the best pair of dish gloves that are made out of liquid foaming. Jesus Christ. Alright, we're going to go on a quick break, and then we'll do Runt's downtime. And then we'll meet your new party members who are technically not in your party yet. So, with that, we'll be right back, everybody. Everybody, we are back. Welcome. Runt, your camera works. Congratulations. So let's do your
Wow.
downtime real quick if you want to do anything cool.
Yes, I would like to do something cool.
All right.
Please and thank you. I would like to use my background feature Put that in the chat there for you.
Researcher.
And I would like to specifically know about what kind of enchantments one can put on clothing.
Well, don't you just have the best kind of feet to do that? Let me actually... I can't read this far. I don't have my glasses on. Let me pull up my main screen rather than my cam screen. When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you often know where and from whom you can obtain it. Yeah, go talk to Ozark, brother. Jesus. Usually, this information comes from a library, scriptorium, university, or the tyrant's court. Your DM might rule that the knowledge you seek is secreted away in an almost Okay, I'm not doing that. This is pretty basic stuff. Alright.
Yeah.
You go to find a simulacrum. You ask him, what exactly?
What kind of enchantments or magic, similar to like +1 or magical things, can be put on clothing? In addition,
yes.
not just armor, but like
Yes,
clothing.
yes. Enchanting things are a rather... You know, Arvo could explain it better. But from my understanding on the wizard side of things, you more or less take an item. It needs to be of good enough quality so that it can hold magic within it permanently, now that's hard, let's be real. Getting a magical thing forever is rather difficult. However, it can be done. It just requires a good medium, a powerful enough spellcaster, or, you know, some fucking monster blessed it back in ye olden times when magic was a bit more fluid and not as rigid as it is now. Oh, back during the good old days. Remember those? And he kicks you in
Yes,
the
yes.
chest.
Ow. You told me where I can find something of that type, and how it might be done. But while more specifically, I'd like to wonder what exactly can be done.
Well, usually it is just efficiency, durability. Sometimes we can use some illusions and bind it with a cunning applicable use of different kind of, what do you call it? Well, I suppose just illusion magics. Sometimes Arvo, don't tell him I said this, but Arvo knows how to actually put spells onto items. He won't tell me, and I'm trying to get him to tell me and record that before he dies so I can do that. But apparently it's like a blood secret, and he refuses to tell anyone outside of his, like, descendants. And even then, only the people who could possibly replicate it. So, fuck that guy. If you can get him to tell me how to do that, though, I will give you whatever you want. You can name it, and I will just get it for you. Okay? No questions asked.
Alright.
Also, we're missing the top half of your head, Runt. I don't know if you got a lobotomy, but...
It looks fine. It looks fine for me on Discord. So you might have mine. Because for me, I can see everything just fine. I don't know how
Oh yeah,
for
on the
everyone else.
stream.
That is
you-
weird.
On the stream, the top half is cut off, so I think you're
You're right. It is.
just funky.
Let me shift you down a little bit. There we
Wow.
go. That's better. You're way cooler now.
Much
I'm
better.
Sorry.
Way past cool. Anyway.
Yes.
So, for example, say it may not be as protective as armor, but could we perhaps get an enchantment on it that makes me, kind of cloak myself in the illusion magics to make myself less visible, especially in the darkness?
Ooh. Yes, there are spells for that. And here comes the final and third cost of all good magics. It requires actual gold or magical currency. I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but gold is magical. It is a magical resource that, surprise, surprise, can last for a very long time. What we wizards usually do to enchant cool shit is we take this golden magic, which is semi-permanent to actually permanent, bind it with dope spells, and then combine that with a new medium. It's great. You may be wondering why Tulst has a paper currency. It's so that I can harvest all of the real world's money.
I see.
It's owned by a fucking child, and he fucking throws something just in arm's length. He, like, finds a vase, or maybe he materializes a vase and just shatters it on the ground.
Unflinchingly, Runt will continue. And how much exactly would one need in terms of gold?
A
for this?
lot. Like, upwards
Give me
to
a ballpark.
1,000 plus. It depends on the enchantment, though. But don't you
Yeah, I
worry.
thought so.
Word has been going through the network that something is coming for you, Gibby. I mean, Runt. Excuse me. I don't know your real name.
Gibby's not even my real name.
Well, someone's got
And
birds.
neither's Runt. Sorry. There are very loud birds outside.
No, you're just by
I
a
don't know
window. It's good for immersion. It's fine. Well then, you now have deeper understanding of how magical items are made.
Nice.
Shall we skip ahead a week or do a character jump? Do you guys want to do anything else in this next week? Before I give us a end of long rest recap?
So the place that you told me before was the Forge of Elven, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what do I know about that place specifically?
It is the Shield of Civilization, or the Shield of the Confederation. It's like a big old...
That's the one.
Yeah. It's like... Yes, what's up, Revik?
I'm something to do, but finish telling Runt first, and then I'll
it's a city. It's basically the next... So, well, politically, it's probably going to be the next Confederation capital. It just makes the most sense. It's the most central in terms of all of the continent. Why don't I go to the continent map and just drag us there? That might help, rather than me explain it to you guys through words. Let's go, let's go. Woo. So, in the Forge of Alvin, all the way down here, where fun times are had, there is this massive, what would you call this? Just gulf within the continent, and the city is built between its edges. So it's rather dope and well protected. It'd be super hard to assault it. North of it is inhospitable wastelands. Directly north of it is a impenetrable mountain range that is penetrable, but they call it impenetrable. And to the south, it's just a fertile valley on each side that, you know, is both on the ocean and within a mountain. So it's super dope. They have 2 settlements as well to the south. And on a world scale, we're staring at a white screen, John. What happened? It is now well, if they figure out a way to, like, bridge over this mountain somehow, it would connect the north and the south once again of the continent. But right now, the north is kind of cut off from everything, and since Cancelar's gone.
Okay. There was one last bit of the Forge of Elven that I wanted to, because I got a name.
Yes.
Specifically, Hodel. So
Oh,
I wanted to
wow.
also use Researcher to see if I can learn within Tolst whether if there's someone who knows who Hodel is, how to get like in contact with him, or something like that.
There is strangely no records at all of Hodel's existence.
That is ominous.
Indeed.
That's all I had.
Alright. Revik, we're revisiting you? What's up?
Just real, I don't want to like take before we introduce other characters, but just and I have a question for Quinn. Has Quinn come out of his room for the whole week?
Yeah, I've been
Okay.
spending time with the reservists.
Okay, good. All right. Then
For like a
I'm
day of
okay.
just bed rest and then.
That's good. Okay, if he's out and about, then I feel a little bit better. I don't need to bother him. We're good.
Okay.
Well, we're actually going to jump straight to Quinn as Zero, and who's it? Eric, what's your character name? I don't have a marker for you yet.
Nav.
Nav.
We'll keep it. Yeah.
You're just going to take the randomly generated name.
It works for me because I would have come up with something random too.
All right. Nav and Zero, you and well, you notice that one of the task force members have joined the reservist, which is interesting because that means he got kicked out or he's going through some tough times because he's just getting walloped by Sergeant Slaughter, or Slaughter, as you've known him for this past month. Sergeant Slaughter is a strange creature who continuously shouts how much he wants to die on a wall. He breaks into people's dorms at night with an axe and actually goes to swing upon them in an attempt to knock them to 0 hit points or to kill them. One reservist in particular has been hospitalized and is currently in the city for actual injury treatment. He is a menace to be sure, but you guys in exchange are getting some real world experience on how to survive a monster. So that existence hasn't been fun, but it's been 3 weeks now, so everything's kind of like evening out, like, you know, like it's great. Any concern, or why don't we do character descriptions before we move on to character beliefs? And we'll start with Zero because it looks like you have a hat, and I like hats.
Yes, I am well, I don't know how you do tabaxi in lore reasons, but
I don't know.
definitely furry-ish.
Okay. Any other physical traits we should know about? You're super quiet, by the way. I just turned you up, and I still like nothing's changed.
I can turn myself up.
Please do.
Better?
Much better.
Okay. Piercings. I have multiple piercings on my brow and on the cat ears. They are slim, not very big, and if you think like lanky cat person, that is perfect. Brown calico fur, and I think that's most of it.
have wares if you have coin.
I do not have wares. I wish I did.
Well, you are aware of Sergeant Slaughter coming at you to skin your scalp. And then Nav. Who are you? What do you look like?
Lightish, gray skin, shorter for a male, fairly built, with a bunch of like geometric line tattoos going from jawline all the way down.
Oh, neat. Guys, you've been terrorized, but you've been sticking it out. Why? Zero.
To make money, baby.
Money. Yes.
Yep. Pretty much the same.
Well, economic opportunity often leads to adventure, or vice versa, anyway. So you're in the right place. Is it everything you were expecting? Getting side-straddled, making money for basically just running away from a guy who is attacking you all the time?
Not exactly. Usually when Zero thinks of training, you know, out in the yard, practicing your swing and blocking attacks, not running around from a guy who goes, "Come here, I'm gonna skin you, cat. Make a rug."
That's pretty accurate of what he'd probably say. Nav?
No, it's really annoying, because Nav is used to being able to turn around and fight back, and he has a feeling that that would end poorly for him in this instance.
Fair. Well, someone from the Discovery team has joined the reservists. Is this an interest to you all as you run away together at one point or another?
I don't think so, because we've had other of these cool special forces guys come by, make fun of us with Slatea. We've seen them a few times. Nothing too cool.
Yeah, there's this like one random short dude who keeps like trying to hand people pamphlets too. But it's the stupidest, cringiest shit in the world, isn't it?
Actually, who would believe in this Xenoth thing?
Yeah. Oof. True.
I'd probably be interested just in the fact that it's like a new person who joined in, but it probably wouldn't go beyond small talk as we're running for our lives.
Yeah, why would you do that? Stupid.
True. If you're wasting breath on words, you're not running fast enough, right?
Oh God.
Sergeant Slaughter's favorite line as he chases you all outside is, if you're cold, you're not running fast enough. And then he will scream and dash at you, and you'll run away. Scattering off into the grander court. But it's all in good fun and harm. And then, Zero, Nav, your day comes on the 23rd. Or really the 24th, excuse me. Discovery team, you are summoned by Arvo, who is technically your manager?
Why did you do
Question
that?
mark?
Oh wait, I fucked things up, John.
Yeah, you did.
Why?
You
I didn't
renamed
know
it.
you would do that. I didn't know
How
you would
did you
do that.
do it?
Come
What did you do? Did you
I
change your
literally
name?
renamed
just
himself.
changed my. Oh, because it goes
Change your name back.
alphabetically.
It
Why?
does go alphabetic.
I didn't
Oh my
know
god!
that.
You fuck! Change it back now! Do it! Oh my
Or be
fucking
Janav.
god! I don't
At least
remember
I
the
got the
order.
pronunciation right.
Put
Now
it
the
D.
other John is the DM.
Oh my goodness!
Danap.
Good. I am
There we go. You
Amazing.
fixed it.
Ah!
Yeah, there we go.
Remember all those times I told you not to fuck with the cameras, and you.
I didn't
This-
fuck with the cameras. I
this
fucked
is
with
like
my name.
The second time now, actually. We had this problem with you before. What the fuck, Eric?
No, we haven't. I haven't changed my name.
Wasn't it you? It might have
No,
been
that was once, I think.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think it was during our session 0.
Maybe.
But we don't count that.
We don't count with session 0. That's fine. 24th, 0, Nav. You are summoned by a tall, live, fair-haired creature who you see walking around the halls of the Tyrant's Court quite a bit. But he never speaks with anyone. He just sort of hums and sings to himself as he passes. And then sometimes when anyone gawks at him, he'll just like rip out a pearl and stare at you intensely for like a solid, 5 seconds or so. It's a very crazy looking guy, wide-eyed from a different land, not knowing what a cup is, but having rather good understanding of your language. He comes to you two, knocking at your shared bunk bed, since now you guys are roommates, because it's easier for me. 0, Nav.
Crazy guy.
Yeah, hello.
Greetings. I summon you. You are being
Do
elevated.
you know?
You mock my words?
No, just the way you're saying it.
Unbelievable.
What? We get pay raise with
Yes,
this?
you do.
Oh, yeah.
The last
five.
group is recorded to have earned 500 times their salary in 1 week.
This is good. Let's go. I like it.
Yeah. What's their turnaround rate? Because you're getting 2 of us at once.
He begins to walk down the hallway like a normal person.
Don't worry. You're much stronger than those last guys.
Yeah, probably. That sounds about right.
Okay. This guy will lead you to a new room, 0 and Nav, but a very familiar room for Revik, Runt, Quinn, and Kushim. This is that court area, like the actual courtroom, with 3 big tables with 3 unique looking chairs that I could drag us to, but I'd rather keep it theater of the mind so that you guys don't mess with your tokens and get distracted. Arvo, the cripple, who you've never seen before, Zero and Nav, is there as well. The man who led you here quickly scampers to Arvo's side. His guards instinctively fidget their readied actions, choosing not to go off in this one moment. But they are constantly readying actions to attack anyone who enters a certain radius. Which is always a bit of a threat. But Arvo is there. And he greets you all as 2 new members team join you. Revik, Runt, Kushim, you have never seen Zero nor Nav before in your life.
Oh.
Quinn, you've seen them in passing. Arvo's mechanical voice sort of just projected from some part of his iron chair will call out mechanically, "Greet each other quickly. We have things to talk and discuss about."
Runt will just kind of see the 2 new members and he'll say, "Alright, here's what you need to know. We're interrogating the Rat Man, killed 2 of companions, and yeah, he knows a lot of bad things, and we're trying to figure out what exactly he knows and get as much as possible out of him."
We're looking forward to having you with us. You all look very strong. This is cool. We're all just a big, happy, friendly family. And, yeah. Oh, you can rely on me if anything bad happens.
Yeah, don't touch him, he's poisonous.
Oh, yeah, I'm poisonous. Don't touch me.
I'm gonna look at
Pass
Zero and
out
be
the
like,
gloves.
I'm gonna look at Zero and be like, oh fuck yeah, I like this group.
These guys definitely make us lots of money.
Wait, so can we start the interrogation by beating the shit out of it?
Oh, you don't have to. I think someone already took care of that.
That
was
That
pretty
doesn't mean
great.
doesn't mean we can't do it again.
I like you.
Well, we have maybe. Just give it a second, and then maybe.
Okay, I think I can do that.
Quinn, Kushim, do you interact with these 2 at all?
Just give him a wave. I think they've seen me before.
Ah, I see you like last week or something. You run from Slot Air with us.
What are you being taught down there? It's a horrible place.
Yeah, you know, pays the bills.
Sure.
Quinn's trying to compute how that works.
Yeah, I pass out these rubber dish gloves, and this is for handling Revik. Welcome to the team, friends.
Oh.
Is there a Xenoth pamphlet inside the gloves?
Oh, yeah. That would have been good, huh?
After you all have greeted, Arvo's voice will call out, "I am glad you are all friends now. It is so good to see the youth make up for their short lives. I have news about your items you have brought from the Ulethaean Shrine. Those arrows of yours can indeed be replicated." And Arvo's voice box stops working. Both guards looked at each other real quick and then leaned forward to look at Arvo to see whether he just keeled over and died. But it is just a faulty spell within the wheelchair.
Can we turn the wheelchair off and on?
His ventilator goes out and they just never flip it back. The man who came by, which is easier for me to talk as, will speak. "Those arrows of +2, the ammunition you've brought, we've uncovered their simple enchantment. They are probably going to be the easiest thing that we can replicate for you at this time. That being said, for those of you who are unaware, the resources to do these are not small. It would be I believe, 125 gold pieces of raw currency to transform it into actual spells and make more of these arrows. On the bright side, it is an arrow that will pierce through most resistances. It will also be one that can potentially nullify immunity for a brief time. Not nullify isn't... It would just... How do I say this in your tongue? I'm sorry, I'm speaking
Bypass?
through tongues right now.
Bypass. Move through. Go through.
It will affect a creature who is normally immune to even normal ammunitions, which is rather strong. Yes, Frogman, who made me study your spooge.
Yeah.
Hey.
Anyway, the sewer gigolo. We heard that he survived like flamethrowers. Would the +2 ammunition help with that?
What is a sewer jiggle? He does not seem to understand. Man,
Never mind. We're good. We're good. That was a different question.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
My bad.
I'm not in on all of your things. I apologize. I am Arvo's assistant. And honestly, I should probably trying to mend his wheelchair right now, but I don't think he wants me to do that.
For sure. Arvo knows. It's cool. He'll know what he means. Just say sewer gigolo later. But anyway, go on.
Oh, the war pick, and he will produce this war pick. We have tried to replicate its enchantment, but we have found the war pick itself is only blessed with a +1. The lightning damage, the lightning generation from within is of a different thing. It is not a spell. We know of these as Eternium fragments. They are houses of elementals, and it can be removed potentially, but it would be at risk if we do so.
Okay.
However, in theory, we can take out that 1d6 lightning crystal and put it into a better item, or an item of equivalent mastery.
Okay, cool.
Did you guys give Argo anything else? It was just the arrows, right?
Didn't we give him the potions too?
Yes, the potions. Now to inform you all that we, unfortunately, are not apothecaries nor alchemists. We are smiths. We are enchanters. We are trying to bring over from our lands of New Eulathil one of the Neravingian house lines offshoots who study potions and elixirs and all sorts of alchemy. However, we have news that somewhere in this world there is a creature calling itself the Greater Chemical, and we assume it to be the Lich of Chemicals. However, Ozark will not tell us where this creature is, nor confirm it exists, although we have also gained implication that it exists from Ozark himself. It's a very strange interaction we are having with Ozark right now.
He's got a lot of simulacrums. Probably some of them are keeping secrets from each other.
How he holds that enchantment is still a secret to us. We would love to get that information. If any of you wish to, figure that one out for us, we would be more than interested in paying for anything you want.
Runt will raise his hand and will say, I got a bit of a deal for you, but we can talk about it afterwards.
Understood.
Revik kind of elbows Kashim with. Sorry, he puts on the glove and then taps Kashim and says, "Don't you have one of those simulacrums? You want to? Maybe we can they can study the simulacrum itself."
I hunch down to where we're eye level and say, "Yeah, good idea."
Cool.
Yeah, that simulacrum's long gone.
Oh, it's gone?
It left the night that tyrant showed up.
Ah, shit.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Fuck being in that place.
Whoops.
Next
Oh.
up is the rat. The rat, known as Grug, is imprisoned currently within one of the lower layers or one of the mid. I don't know how deep this fortress goes that this tyrant has constructed, but it has recovered enough to finally be able to speak and be interrogated. Our good friend, who you know and love, Mistress Irithil, has begun to press it for information. If you have questions or wish to participate, you can find her below. It would be
Definitely want to check that out.
just know she is territorial when it comes to torture.
I don't plan on torturing anyone.
Understood.
Torture, deal with aerosol. Torture, deal with aerosol.
Listen, you don't. If you really hate it that much, I'll just deal with it for you.
I appreciate that. Can you give a good smack to the rat for me?
Sure.
Thanks, man.
Zero, Nav, what the fuck is the deal with this rat? What's happening?
Guess we interrogate this guy. You know? Easy
You're
for
just
us to-
imagining someone
you-
squeezing an actual rat.
Does Nav and Do Zero both look confused or like not understanding the situation? It's kind of like looking around to see everyone's reaction to wanting to go and interrogate.
I mean, after being chased by Slaughter for like a month, whatever, beat up a rat, sure.
Yeah, he's Nav is like obviously doesn't understand, but he's like, yeah, let's fucking go.
Nav is pumped to
You're gonna
be
go beat up a
included.
fucking rat.
I guess by seeing some excitement, Run will kind of say to the two newcomers, "This rat, he's a great enemy of ours. He killed two of our previous members with a single spell. He was quite powerful. He's no longer that. And he may have some very important information to us. And so he's not the one you need to worry about. The one you need to worry about is his jailer. Her name's Irithil. She's been a great help to us. She's also one crazy son of a bitch. And if you
How
go
dare
a little-
you talk to Mistress Irithil that way? You
Look,
heathenous
man.
scum! The man will try to cast Magic Missile at you, Run. Roll for
Can I-
initiative.
Sure, yeah, I will roll for initiative too. This guy's not attacking my friend. Yo, let's go.
That's fair.
Let's go.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
hang on.
Are we fighting now? What's happening?
The two guards immediately begin to move as chaos erupts within the chamber. How about I pull out your guys' tokens?
I'll
What
do you
is
one better. I'll
happening?
just do it. I'll just do it for you. Oh, never mind.
Hang on.
Well, now there's a run in the toast.
Welcome to the
We
battle.
did have a long rest,
Just
right?
chilling.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, these three people are just hanging out. Get out of here. Celeste, you're not
Yeah,
here.
remember first time.
Oh man, I don't have any minis prepared for these guys. I guess I'll just use Ozark.
It's fine.
Quickly, guys,
we-
Google Images.
We actually don't have time for this. I'm not gonna lie. You will fight and scrap with this man in a non-lethal manner, getting the attraction of several guards. The two protecting Arvo will let this random guy, the assistant to Arvo, 1v6 you for a little while, but you guys will outnumber him, and someone will go unconscious. Someone roll me a 1d6 to see who goes unconscious. As this man meets his demise, but non-lethally. Alright, 5th, 6th. Let's go take a look at the stream. Starting counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is
Four.
Revik. Revik, you fall, defending Runt. The magic missile cascade knocks you unconscious. There's no counter, because magic missile's broken as fuck.
You're muted.
He's
Yeah, you didn't say
He
anything.
muted because he's
Shield
unconscious.
counters it, but yeah, I'm unconscious. But shield counters it, but I'm not a caster, so
What
too
is
bad.
shield? It doesn't exist. No, I was gonna bring us to an actual battle, but my tokens are prepared.
I heal him.
You heal him. Everyone's fine. It's no big deal. The meeting abjures, though. You all now have access to the rat if you wish to speak with him, as well as the ability to potentially enchant magical arrows. Yeah.
Cool.
What would you guys like
So
to
back to anyway, like I was saying, before we were so rudely interrupted, Irithil, as helpful as she's been, tends to be very, as the man said, territorial in her application of violence. So don't go too don't be, I suppose, don't look like you're gonna kill him, even if you don't plan on killing him, because Irithil might go take it out on you instead. So just a word of warning.
Indeed.
So we.
Yeah, will she
work
step
with
on
this
me?
Irithil?
You want her to step on you?
Fucking
I
Eric
mean, you know,
making a cool character all of a sudden. No longer.
sometimes I
bitch
like
to
things,
me.
okay? Have you not been stepped on?
I haven't. I can see the appeal. So.
Yeah, you
Not-
should try it this time.
I-
You know, if you want me to do it,
and I
if
don't
you
see
want
the
me to
appeal.
do it for you, I'll think I can do that.
See.
Firm friends already. Revit goes to sleep. He didn't want to see fucking Irithil anyway. Fuck that bitch. Who goes to investigate the rat? Yeah. Let's see it.
Me.
Alright, Nav
I'll
goes,
go watch
Zero
it.
goes, Kushima
I'll stick with
watches.
Revik. On the way back, I'll ask him. So what's this about your spooge you're talking
Oh.
about?
I went to see a physician. So anyway,
Okay, Runt. You go down. You seem to be our lead investigator, Runt. So, what questions do you have for the rat? And we'll see.
I have something that's not my first thing is and I would have been meaning to ask you this, but I got completely blown off track when two people immediately died.
Yes.
Was does Grug have an energy shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
You-
That was the first thing I wanted
You
to.
shot him, you
try and
stabbed
learn.
him, you knocked him unconscious. You broke through it before. Handless Grug is within a cell that is currently absent of Irithil because she has just gotten through torturing him for round 1 and needed a water break.
Could I ask Irithil what she had learned, if anything?
He won't shut the fuck up about a rat.
About a rat?
We're in day 1 here. This is going to be a process. I have to get into the mind of a literal, like, rat fetishist or something. This is gonna be hard.
So he's not like a rat himself. He's just a
No.
guy that looks like a rat.
Yeah. He's one of us. He's a human. Or humanoid, excuse me.
Oh, that changes things.
It does. Potentially what I did is a war crime, but, you know. He's in our dungeon now, and nobody cares.
He killed 2 citizens of the city-state. I doubt that's much of a war crime in
Still.
retaliation. More of self-defense, really, if you think about it.
Cutting off a spellcaster's hands is a great offense. We honestly expected them to turn to dust ourselves, but turns out he has hands. Had hands.
His hands and his human. He's
Either
not one
way,
of those
someone on
creatures.
this mortal plane gave birth to this son of a bitch, and I plan to find where they live and kill them too.
Can I
Fair
watch?
enough.
Of course.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, she loves
Anyway.
I think
making
I would like
a...
to leave now. You guys have fun.
See you later.
Later, Zero.
Yeah, have fun, Nav.
So is it just me and Nav? Is there anyone else for this for the interrogation, or is it just us two?
Kushim watches, right?
Oh, Kashim watches respectfully. At that point, he'll enter in.
How do you respectfully watch torture? Yes.
Behind the corner,
Yeah, oh,
with
yeah.
wide
I
eyes,
I'm
like
looking
your
respectfully.
application there.
with a glass of
Well, he-
wine in your hand.
He's Kushim. He's always watching respectfully.
Yes,
yeah.
I will not go to the lengths of getting myself banned on Twitch by viciously describing torture, or just describing torture. So,
You gotta set yourself apart. Come on.
so Irithil puts on this latex glove, right? As though
Oh
she's
yeah,
Oh,
I like where
Jesus,
this.
here we
I
go.
like where this is going.
All right. So Ron, what questions do you have? Because Irithil has questions, and will be getting them no matter what.
The first question, Runt will kind of try to observe and look thoroughly at this. Now he knows man instead of rat man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna look for distinguishing features, things as such as like cuts on his skin, if he has any tattoos anywhere, something that's an indication of where he was before he may have became a rat man.
You want to inspect the rat man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see that investigation check, because this guy definitely has scars. The mending process was not perfect.
22.
22. There's a lot of fur. He is scarred to hell. He has been lashed multiple times. And, you know, you watch this guy get beat to hell, but never once did the tyrant bust out a whip. There are clear, like, crescent carvings on his back where fur does not grow, because it's scarred over. And it is a, like, thick patch of no fur. Just in these lash marks all up and down his back, starting from like the base of his neck all the way down to his spine, which will illuminate brightly as Irithil electrocutes this creature for several hours without asking any questions herself. She's just starting a precedent, I guess, but biz.
Alright, well, I have an actual question then.
Okay.
That I will address to Grug.
It just screams out.
I will
"Kill me!"
I will try to ask Irithil to cease for simply but a moment to get a single question in before she continues.
Yes? What do you wish to ask me? He's not ready to talk.
I wanted to. I will kind of. He's kind of talking in a hushed tone to Irithil. He said, "I think it might be important to, like you said, figure out where he's from. And it seems that he's got these markings on him that seem to come from a whip or lash. Now, I don't know much about medicine, but what I do know is that whips and lashes tend to be used on people who are serving in the lower class. As I'm from Maelstrom originally, there are a lot of ways to hurt people, as I'm sure you know.
Yes.
A lot of ways to hurt people who are subservient, and a personal favorite of the upper class tends to be a whip. So it may be that he once served under someone else and was, I can say that I personally saw Jerome before my eyes, and he attempted to tempt me with power, which I refused staunchly. So it may be that this man here may have fallen into temptation from some other creature, whether it be Jerome or some other of our enemy, and that may be why.
What's the point?
My point is that he's probably working for someone. He's probably a peon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that he is probably from another city-state in which he worked for originally and probably intended to betray them.
Yes.
Basically,
probably.
he's seeking to get revenge with the power given to him by our enemy. So you may want to use that should you believe he's ready for questioning.
I shall. I'm fairly certain those lash marks, though, are self-inflicted. Like
Hmm.
80, 90. I mean, have you ever whipped a man? It's rather hard to get like right on the neck. The whip, you know, not everyone. And she like starts just making motions with an arm as though she's used to whipping people. It's like it's rather hard to be truly accurate with that. And if you're just like slapping your neck all the time with a cat of nine tail.
Well, I've never whipped anyone before, but that certainly is.
Would you
interesting
like
if
to?
he's a-
Oh! And she'll call through the hall, bring the whips!
Run will not stop her.
Oh, good. She's gonna have you whip him yourself. Just go, lash.
Wait. We're whipping now?
We're whipping.
We're
Oh,
whipping.
can I
We're
get in
whipping
on this?
and- we're
Everybody!
whipping and we're nay-nay.
Kushim, come here. Let us whip together. Those who whip together live forever. Irithil is
Thank you,
just so joyful at the prospect of a team whipping. So Ron, it may be more beneficial for just time purposes to send me in a list of what you want to know, because
Okay,
interrogating
I will start writing up a list.
zealot is going to be hard, especially when they still have access to some magics.
Yeah.
Because at one point he's gonna try to wild shape, and then they're gonna. Oh man, that's gonna be a hard.
That's what I.
That's gonna be
That's
a
what I
hard
figured.
mistake for
That's what I
them.
was scared of. Is
Yeah,
when he's gonna.
he may
Ugh.
have been knocked unconscious, but he still technically has spell slots, which they can't just instantly rip from him. He also
Yeah.
has class features, which he can still use, because he didn't get to use all of his stuff. Tamer, our boy, is in the chat. Fuck yeah. This is Cottonberry feels weird, man. I agree. Yeah, it's weird in the city-states. So while you send me a list, everyone else can send me their own questions for the next, minute or so. But, hashtag whipping with the homies. I whip my hair back and... Okay, no, I can't do that song. In the meantime, this is your technical second week of downtime. This is where Zero and Nav level to 4 as well. So, Zero, how do you level to 4? How do you become the greatest chef? in
I was
Tulsa?
gonna say, does it count if I say I spend the week just going like, man, you guys eat trash here. Let me just whip up some.
You
good
will
stuff."
get beat to hell. No. How dare you? H, the lead chef, he puts his heart and soul into this. This ogre of a man. He will teach you how to cook, because clearly you lack taste buds. Zero.
Ah, true.
And you can pick up your chef feat from that. Nav, you didn't come here as level 4, otherwise they would have picked you for task force. So how'd you hit level 4, bud?
I don't
You could beat up Grung for a bit.
get
You want time while other people answer?
rip roaring drunk and smash as much as possible.
Alright, you fight your way to level 4. Be careful not to rely on that excuse, because don't we all? Alright, so, any other questions for Runt? Or, not for Runt, for Grug. And then I'll just hand out info. Alright.
I have sent you my questions.
Good. I will be making saves for our boy Grug. See if he... Do you ask these questions in sequence? So each one is sequential? Like, on a timetable?
Yeah, I basically wrote them like this is what I would want to know in the order of the questions that it's assuming that unless I learned like absolute revelations, this is the order that I would ask these questions.
Okay, cool. Where are you from is the first question. He will answer that isn't it obvious? Who gave you those whip marks? Hang on, I have to roll that. That was cocked. He gave himself those whip marks. He loves being witched. Why have you... He does not tell you at all why he does. He just laughs at you. You would never understand his devotion and how he must show it. How did you learn to use magic? The same way everyone else does. What is your relation to rats? He is one. He says, lying to you perfectly. What do you know of Jerome? Nothing, actually. He honestly does not know anything about Jerome. What was your plan in the mountains or shrine? You would know this, actually. Because there's information that you have from the raiding team who had their long rest while you guys got back and did your own.
Nice.
Let me go find it. God War.
Brood, we can hear
Yeah,
videos.
what the fuck, dude? You're just watching YouTube videos?
It was very
Unbelievable.
interesting.
You don't even... Revik had a question, do you believe in God now? And the answer is... no. Not yours, you stupid frog man.
Oh,
And he'll
wow.
spit at you.
I spit back at him.
He is poisoned and goes unconscious.
Good. It was on purpose.
This is what he wrote in a diary which was claimed by the raid team. Boom. There you go. For those in chat who can't read, the wisest one has sent me to the north to deface and destroy the shrine of our allies, to hide away our secrets. I have followed the principles he has left me. The burrow is soundly hidden. The only creature knowing of us, I suppose I missed an is there, is a creature who shall be used as a sacrifice for the Whispering One.
Knowing that, then I would ask him who the sacrifice would be.
You would be informed of this by everyone else who
Wow.
is in the know, that a random woodsmonger, just someone living out in the woods to the north on the very fringe of known lands of Klovisa, basically just got unlucky, lived near that shrine you guys were at, and got himself turned into a rat. Yeah. Was not the funnest experience. But the raid team were pretty
Interesting.
happy about killing him, because he was a giant rat trying to kill them, so. Indeed.
Well,
Who is the wisest one?
yeah, that's the next question. Who is the wisest one?
You will soon know.
Oh.
He laughs, and then, a few things will happen in this next week. After this week happens, the heir to the court will be disrupted. It will go back with a hard shift to that previous joyful, like, exuberance of just, oh, it's so energized. It's no longer that depressed mentality. That was just oh man, just getting on everybody's nerves. Everyone was agitated for a while, except for Irithil, who could not be happier that everyone else was agitated. A true sadist.
You believe that your bond with Irithil has grown closer.
Awful.
And in this time, you all will be summoned, Discovery Team, including the new members. It is the 28th. It is 2 days from a national holiday, which most of you probably don't care about, but you guys are nearing the end of January. And people are celebrating. There is a small end of winter festival that happens throughout the city on the 30th of every year. because once February hits, it begins to warm up pretty quickly within this area. Winter's influence being soon abandoned, and everyone comes together in Tulsa to celebrate that they're no longer going to be suffering Arctic conditions in this city. And the Tyrant's holding a small get-together with some of the people, but summoning you, he will quickly usher you all into a side chamber, which was not in the court before. It just sort of appeared recently. Or maybe it was always hidden, and now a invisible door has been removed. But this is some parlor area. There are couches, there are jugs filled with different liquids and alcohols, and even a glass pitcher of chilled water. Ozark is not there. It is just the Tyrant, his bodyguard, at this very moment in time. And he summons you all into this room, greeting Zero and Nav by name. He seems to be familiar with you two now. Greetings.
Hello, Tyrant.
How are you all doing this past few weeks?
Doing alright, I suppose. Trying to lose as much as I can from captor.
Yes, our new dear friend and the first prisoner we have.
Hello,
Congratulations.
friend. I'm acceptable.
That is good to hear, Kushim. I apologize for stealing your magic, first, Kushim, because that was not what I wished to do. It just sort of happened. Please forgive me, Runt, as well. I was not in the most ready of minds, and sometimes things get a little bit out of control, and magic seems to do what I want it to do, even without. I'm sorry for silencing you.
Runt will cross his arms and give a little eyebrow wriggle and will go, well, that's alright. You didn't kill me, so I suppose that's fine.
I did think about it for a time, but
Glad
please
you
think
didn't.
nothing of that. I was enraged. To lose two people who I was connected with is a furious thing. You two, Zero and Nav, you two are not aware of what occurred, or maybe you've been filled in, but you are replacing two members who died in combat valiantly. I hope you do the same.
Oh, no, we are not dying.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure that's what the other one said too.
Yeah, you know.
I hope you all die valiantly.
Hey, you too, man.
Thanks.
You doing all right? It sounded like you had a rough time.
It was very rough. You...
Mr. Tyrant, sir.
Yes,
if someone kills
Revik.
you, if someone were to kill you, I promise to fly into a rage just as powerful as your own.
Thank you. I will hold you to that, because I'm told apparently when my physical body dies, a part of me can still interact with the world. I'm not sure how that's gonna work, and I'm not too eager to find that out. But hey, there's a chance I may actually be able to see that. So he snaps and finger guns you, Revik. Go for it.
The Tyrant is now my hero, by the way. I've decided this.
Cool. He will sense your admiration, but say nothing of it. Quinn, I also stole your light cantrip. I did not mean to do that either, and I'm sorry for scaring any one of you at that time. But I'm glad to hear that the Rat Man is producing results. He apparently whips himself, and he's threatening to send a whispering one at us.
The wisest one, as he calls it, is probably a creature much akin to the known creature known as Jerome. If he is not Jerome directly, because he apparently doesn't know anything about Jerome, it could either be a connection or a creature very similar to it. Although I will say, in our combat encounter, there was a creature that was definitely not vermin-like, not like a leech
Yes,
or like a rat.
I was informed of such, and though I did not see it entirely, it was described to me as a undulating mass of black flesh that just appeared and started to slash with many arms and teeth.
Yes, my current theory, running theory, mind you, is that the wisest one is probably a creature akin to that, since we know that Grug was personally responsible for summoning the undulating, many-limbed creatures.
I see. I have been told that they are called foul ones. These weird mutant freaks. So, perhaps we will continue to use that name going forward in all of our documents. I have not decided on whether we should be using coded for... Why am I discussing this? It doesn't matter. I'm glad you're all alive currently. And we will have news and rewards in the coming week for what you have done, as well as your next mission. Many things are in the works, and from what I understand, we may... Well, I don't want to spoil or get anyone anticipated into anything, but have your gear ready for a rush deployment soon, in case you need to be ushered out of Tolst rather quickly and on to the next task. In the meantime, you may hang out in this parlor. There are magical refreshments here that Ozark is currently summoning into existence via gold magic, but...
Do you
Ooh, don't mind if I do.
have time to celebrate the winter's end?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Just be ready. And he will stand up. Unless anybody wishes to say anything to him, he shall depart as well.
Just as he's leaving, I'll be like, hey, later, man.
Yep. He'll wave. Have fun. Don't get into trouble. Don't kill my citizens.
Don't poison any more orphans.
Yeah. The tyrant departs, leaving you the room.
Wow. Is there any food around here?
Yeah. There's all sorts of small appetizers. And clams.
I'm immediately gonna go for the clams.
Oh, God. You all begin to slurp.
I'm gonna wave Revik over.
Oh, hey, yo, what's up? Hi.
Yeah, so listen, about the spooge, I just have to know, how does it work since you're a frog? Like, do you have a thing that comes out, or like, is it all internal? Like,
Okay.
what's your anatomy?
All right, hold on. Wait. Come with me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
How ominous.
There's like 5 minutes. They turn a corner. What? And then we come back. All of his questions are answered.
All right, perfect.
Cool.
Your questions are answered. We move on fast. Any other things you guys want to do before the 30th?
Give Nav a knowing look. I don't eat anything.
Can I steal this food to try to cook with it later?
Yeah, sure. It's magical,
what?
so
Well, I'm gonna help.
24 hours, but sure.
If I see Zero doing that, I'm gonna help him out.
You start fucking
Ah,
throwing
this looks
chicken
good.
wings in a
This-
bag.
Yeah. Though my idea of helping out is probably shoving it most of it in my pants.
What?
So is this like fine
Grief.
china, or like what are the silverware in the place looking like?
They are magically conjured. You can destroy them all you'd like.
No, unfortunate.
Are you gonna steal them?
I'm a thief. What do you want from me?
You're
It's
in a
literally my
magical
subclass.
castle. Just go into town and steal shit. Fuck it. All right. Spell learning, Kushim. Do you have any ritual spells you want to learn? Do you get any new spell slots or anything?
I could just have as many as I want. There's no limit.
Yeah, but do you have all the ones you want?
2
Yeah.
levels. Yeah.
Yeah, your level spell.
Yeah. Silence, please.
I thought it was ritual.
Could I have the spell silence?
Silence is a ritual.
Silence is a ritual.
Silence is a ritual spell.
Oh shit! Really?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's crazy.
god! Is this true? Are you gaslighting me?
That seems like a really weird spell to be a ritual.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Isn't it?
But
I mean,
I've
I
ritual
guess it's
casted
like.
I mean, if you're preparing like a loud action, you
Oh
can
my
just cast
God,
silence
it
on
is
I
a
it.
guess,
ritual.
yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, take it.
Hell yeah.
It's
Thank you.
Because I don't need to
technically-
memorize silence then.
What? Yeah, 2D.
It does take me 10 minutes, so I've gotta
Yeah,
be
he
all.
can't cast it,
prepared.
but like he can ritual cast it.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just keep it.
All right. Any other second level ritual spells you want to take? Now that you're level 4.
I'm trying to think of anything else. Look, the only other thing that I want to do is I've got this augury ritual, right?
Mhm.
And it says you've got to have like some nice, divine themed things. So what I was thinking is I would take a bunch of like Xenoth flyers and throw them up in the air a bunch of times to divine how our next mission is going to go. Options are, good, bad, or both.
You
See, I
are
just
doing
wanna-
a divination ritual. Can you post the spell? Of
course, yeah, sorry. I always
Homes
forget
in
that.
on you and blast you to fucking Kingdom Come. How dare you do divine magic when he is here, the diviner himself. Let's see it. Augury. By casting gem inlaid sticks, rolling dragon bones. Alright, I'm gonna tell you right now, no Xenoth paraphernalia is worth 25 gold.
I think, I just need 25 worth. So if I have like 500 flyers, surely that's like 25 gold worth.
No.
No?
Magically,
Can I
it
just-
is mundane to the core.
Ah,
Sticks,
fuck.
bones, similar tokens.
Really just a bit anyway. But I will find some appropriate things for casting that ritual then, somewhere in
Indeed.
the
It is
city.
a real spell that apparently works. You must be tapping into like an aspect of hope or something right now. I'm not sure what's going
Yeah.
on the magical level.
shit.
All right. What is your question?
If we go to Cantalar, what will our need to be? Ever?
Alright. And it is a... Okay, so a plan you take within the next 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. I think you're
If-
trying to think of the higher tier ritual.
My bad. My bad.
Or whatever.
If I question the Rat Man, will I get some information?
Do you plan to question it within 30 minutes?
Depends what I get.
That's not how the spell works. So, this is a action you are going to do no matter what the results will be. So
I see. Okay.
So if you're saying like, okay, guys, we're about to enter the dragon's lair to fight the dragon, I'm gonna ritually cast augury to see what our chances are here. Then,
But
like,
then
we're
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. What's the point of if it's just going to be good or bad? Like if you can't abandon a bad action. what
Oh
would be the
yeah.
point of casting
Okay.
it?
I think I misspoke a little bit. When maybe not commit is the word I wanted to use if I did use that one.
So I've got an idea. I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll ask
Okay.
the Rat Man,
Yeah.
and
Okay, so what is your question exactly now that I've actually looked at this fucking text? I pulled it up.
Can I get useful information about the Ratman's master?
Wheel and blow.
Ooh. Okay. I'll go ask them and do that. I'll tell people, hey, friends, I have received the blessing of Xenoth to ask the Ratman about his master. Anyone would like to come?
Sure, I'll come back. I'm sure
Okay.
you'd love to see me again.
All right, we shuffle over there and friend Grug.
Indeed. Let
I
me
thought
set this
perhaps-
scene real quick. Grug
Yeah.
is not being tortured at this one moment in time because Irithil also wants to get in on the festivities, or she's been called away. Grug is alone, muttering to himself way before you guys even get to his cell.
Can we hear what he's muttering?
Thank you for asking. Why don't you make some perception checks, team? Who's going to question Grug?
Ooh.
Ooh, run 13.
It's not gonna be good.
Come on, Kushi.
Lim Blumbler. Who else wants to go? Let's see. Probably not Quinn and Revik, right?
I think the only other person would be Nav.
Yeah.
Who would want to come along
You
with
wanna
us,
do it?
but I don't
I
know
was
if he
gonna say,
does.
I have enough
Oh.
time to steal some food. I might as well go with.
Oh,
Didn't you run away the last time? Didn't they like bust out the whips and
yeah,
you were like,
I
fuck
was
it?
did.
scared of Edith.
Yeah, but you still think she's down there, so.
True. Right.
Alright. You hear this weird, mad, chittering sound of a Ratman swearing vengeance on someone, but, you know, what's that guy gonna do? He's got no hands, Chief. And you can quickly
got
make
no
it to his
hands.
cell. Kushim.
I come up, sort of, friend Grug. I thought maybe that you would like to tell us more about this wise one, this whispered one.
No.
Whispering one. Oh, that's too bad. I thought maybe if you told us that we'd be able to help you out and Irithil wouldn't be such a problem, but I guess
Her
not.
name is Irithil? It laughs.
Oh,
Run will also laugh and say, "That's just what we call it."
Yeah, go ahead and do a deception check against Kushim.
Okay.
Kushim, let's see your deception check too.
okay.
God damn it.
Oh,
God
wow.
damn
My God.
Wow.
No tricks now, little boy, he says, looking at you, Runt.
Well, technically I wasn't lying.
What you want? You've
I
given
will-
me a
I will
gift.
I will put a
I
hand
didn't.
forward in front of Kushim with a bit of a glare. And I will turn towards Grug. Let's see. What was
Nav, you're just jiggling with chicken wings in your pants.
no, I'll like. So as
As
Runt
Runt
goes up
begins to-
and looks at Kushim, I'll just be like, no, like Runt, come on, let's be real here. We have my man's god Xenoth here. Like
he doesn't
there's
know my
look-
name.
Look at this
He
fucking.
doesn't know my name.
No, run. Look at this fucking dude. He's trapped here. He's got no hands. What is his pathetic god gonna do that our man Xenoth can't do? Right? Like, am I right, Kushim?
That's right, friend Nav.
I will take the hint and I will say, yeah, I suppose Xenoth is the best god, so I suppose there's nothing he'd be able to do against him. But I wonder if Xenoth is more wise than the wisest one. Could there be
I mean,
one wiser?
While you guys have been talking about this theological thing, trying to rope in Grug to it and baiting him forward and forward to give more information, you will turn to look at him and you will find out that he has slipped his chain somehow and is like right at the like metal bars trying to bite Nav's ankles, but is just out of reach.
I will kick him in the face.
You will kick him in the face. Can you please, please, roll me your attack roll?
Okay, do I get advantage because he's prone?
Yeah, of course. He is prone. He's on the ground.
Okay.
He doesn't have hands
this
to
will-
defend himself. He barely has AC.
Well, that was an 18 to hit.
Fucking Nav laughs. The 18 will indeed hit. Please roll me your unarmed strike. Is it just your strength?
That would just be, that would be my strength, which is a -1.
Cool.
So 1 minimum damage.
You do 1 damage to him. And out from his... No, I'm kidding.
Out from his mouth tentacles, an undulating one.
No. Even worse. He's looking for any verbal component spells that he has. He's got 2 second level slots left. Ah, fuck. He may be screwed, boys. Him losing his hands
Good.
is really fucking
Is an
with
issue.
me. Yeah. No, he can't conjure animals. He can healing word. Fuck. Yeah. Man, cutting off a caster's hands. He does
Does a
nothing.
lot to him.
Yeah,
We didn't even do it. You did.
that's true. But now you know. Yeah, wow, he's fucked. He just gets kicked. His pathetic attempt
Bitch.
at doing 1 damage to
Nav is gonna laugh harder.
Nav is brutally crushed. Reeling back, having recovered at least 2 hit points from... No, he's probably unconscious, actually. He goes limp on the ground. He would have given you something, but now he's unconscious. Fuck it.
Welcome to Discovery Team. We do sometimes
I-
commit
I'm
war
going-
crimes.
I'm going to now search his body for literally anything.
go
Not
in?
like. Yeah. If
Okay,
he's
yeah.
unconscious, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
There's nothing.
hand on the shoulder?
Yes.
Maybe best not to. Won't stop you, just saying.
Can
Do you?
Can
I mean, do you want to deal with the crazy bitch? Because God only knows what she's gonna do if she finds
is
out you open the
territorial.
door.
with Kushim's advice, can I try to check Grug to see if he has any sort of spell cast on him from some other source?
Yeah, give an Arcana.
Okay, I'm good at these. Smile.
Why do you have advantage?
That's just an 8.
Yeah.
I don't. I forgot to. I have a toggle and I forgot to take it off.
Why do you have toggle? Just roll 2 dice, bro.
No.
Yeah, it's great. You will not be able to find any magical influence on him in terms of somebody else casting a spell. And let's be real, you can't see magic like some warlocks who have detect magic at will. But I don't think Kushim has that either. I'm not sure Kushim's invocations, honestly.
Alright, not seeing the magic, I will go up to him and search him.
Yeah. He is nude right now. He is a rat man who has no hands, and many of his teeth have been knocked out even before you kicked him in the head.
Alright, let's see what Chuck E. Cheese here has for us.
You find scabs, wounds. Dude, it's a naked rat man. He's got nothing. They already took all of his shit.
Alright, well, I was because I inspected him like for, say, like branding or tattoos earlier. I was wondering if now that I can search his entire
Oh,
body,
yeah, totally.
looking for
Maybe
that
he's got
kind of
something up
stuff.
his butt.
You want to see if he
No,
keistered anything?
I'm specifically looking for tattoos or brandings.
You fucking
Maybe he's got
keistered
branding
a
up his
new
butt.
set of hands, brother. You do find a weird marking upon his flesh. It is right where his heart would be. Covered with a patch of fur.
I will motion over Kushim, and I will kind of move the fur around so we can get a clear viewing of it. And I'll say to him, "Oi,
You'd need to shave the fur.
okay, never mind. I'll just say to Kushim then, fair enough. There's this weird marking on him. I think that if we shave him a little bit, which I'm sure Irithil will be more than happy to do, we may be able to identify where he's from, or at least some arcane marking, perhaps."
Good job, friend. And I ruffle his hair.
Wait, why wait? And I'll just whip out a dagger. We got it. We got this.
You're so useful, Nav.
I
Let's do
will
it.
look over at Nav and be like, alright, but if Irithil gets mad, that's on you.
She can step on me. It'll be fine.
Alright. Midway through shaving this rat, Irithil and 5 guards of hers will show up to find you all shaving the breast of a rat man. Many questions will be had, but Irithil will watch you guys continue in appreciation? Question mark? Go on. You shave the rat man, Nav. You fearless master. Just what the fuck, man? And you can indeed find a strange symbol upon its, well, right over where its heart would be. It is circular at the end, or at the top half, and then it sort of wraps down into a strange symbol that you are all very unfamiliar with. But Kushim, with your eyes of knowing every language, you see that this is a symbol that reads, in some unknown tongue and script, dedication.
I pass this on.
Indeed. It burns your eyes a little bit as well, but you can, it's just watering. It's not like, violent or doing damage or anything.
Yeah, I pass this on.
Definitely, well, we already kind of knew it, but he's definitely a zealot. But a zealot of whom exactly?
Who knows? The mystery's out there. Can you find the answers?
Suppose we'll have
I
to.
see. Friend Irithil, I think I might have made a mistake. The Ratman knows your name, and my name, and Run's name, and Nav's name.
Hopefully it does not have some telepathic things attached to it.
To be fair, we did try to talk him out and make him think that we were lying to him and giving him false names.
Intent matters little when it comes to consequence.
Well,
you all should
that's
leave.
all I got.
You've broken my alarm spell, and it's rather annoying. I need you out of the cell.
Oh, so sorry.
It's
Sorry
fine.
about that. Time to go.
Yeah.
You guys leave,
Oh.
having a little bit more understanding of Grug, and Irithil will get answers, more of her own. And then they're going to execute the rat, once they think they've gotten enough out of him. I believe it was by putting bits of metal on him, then casting heat metal. Was that the form of
Ooh.
execution?
I like that.
Somebody requested it. I'm repeating this not verbatim.
That sounds good.
I was like,
The only other alternative would be literally putting armor on him and then casting heat metal, so it's all
I
over his
think
body.
similar.
all right.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think
but
that was it.
the sentiment is there, so yeah.
Like,
that
why
is
would you
acceptable.
waste good
Who
armor?
had the idea? Step forward. Congratulate yourself.
Like 90% of me wants to say it was you.
Yeah, it was the. I think it was either Brood, or it was John.
I wasn't
Well,
me.
someone
I did
knows who
not
it
come up
was.
with this, guys. I
No,
promise
not
that.
you. Non-Australian John. Baby
Oh.
John.
Bapa did it. Bapa could have done it.
Well,
His
yeah,
name
he was
is
one. Like,
Barrow.
I think he mentioned it briefly.
The
but he didn't,
victim.
You know what?
so-
Now that you say it,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like.
yeah, because you were.
Like it's
I feel
sparking
like
some
one,
memories.
Yeah, one of the two heat metal boys, the people who got hit by it. One of you said it.
Well, whatever the credit is, that is the preferred form of execution. And although the tyrant would love to just go to town again and just end the job, he will allow you all the vengeance you require to continue to serve him. However, you know, that's going to be a week or two from now, once the torturers and Ozark gets done sorting through this wrecked creature's mind. Because this was just like the physical abuse. Now they're moving on to the mental abuse. Then they're gonna like try to do illusions to make him think he's free and like bait him into saying other stuff. Like they have a full like.
Yeah, I wanted to see what very
Program.
basic stuff we could get before Ozark literally destroys his mind.
Yeah.
Because I know that will happen, as was close to what happened to me.
Indeed. Moving on, the 30th comes around rather quickly, and it is now the holiday. This is where Tulse says goodbye to the snow, to the ice, and to, you know, everything. Even though it's still cold outside and it's snowing and it's icy, tomorrow is February. Tomorrow is the start of spring, and everyone is so fucking excited. This winter wasn't too bad. There weren't as many blizzards, but man, we got a new person in charge who, like, he wants to do stuff in the new year. New city, like, everyone's excited to just, like, get back to work, get back to doing their own business, not being locked in a house for 3... Man, I'm really just fucking explaining COVID, right?
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm giving myself nostalgia. I miss going outside, guys. Anyway. The 30th rolls around, and a grim message is paired with it. And only a few people within the court know about it, but you guys were keyed in on it. And the tyrant is soon to bring you all back, summoning you into this room. The courtroom now, where Arvo is, where a angelic 6.5 foot tall, blue-haired woman with really, really, really long blonde hair, which is like formed up into some big-ass bun, is also there. Irithil, as well as a few representatives of the Ulatheans, are also there, many being guards to Arvo and Irithil. But that guy you beat the hell out of for magic missiling Revik to unconsciousness is, you know, wearing a cast as though his arm was broken. Even though you're pretty sure you didn't break his arm is broken now. So he was probably punished, or, you know, punished. And, if I'm not mistaken, someone else is there as well. Okay, cool. I'm looking at my list. The tyrant's there. Who am I forgetting? His bodyguard. Ozark! How could I forget Ozark, guys?
You love Ozark.
I love Ozark. He's great. He's there too. And on these 3 tables, there doth be items of magical power. All
Sounds sexy.
of you shall be getting one.
Ooh.
However, this is paired with a goodbye in a way, because he's sending you to war. So,
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Wow,
cool,
the
it's
diplomacy
cool.
team did really bad, huh?
yes.
Rip.
Oh.
So, Good news or bad news first? Tyrant asks, kind of cheerfully, but like pained a little bit.
Bad news, please. Bad news,
Agree.
please, so I know how to properly think about it.
What do you all know of Destry?
They're kind of a shithole, right?
He gestures to the world map.
Not much, honestly.
Good. I will explain briefly then. Destry is to the east across the domain of Thorazor. Thorazor and Alkazan are at war, blah, blah, blah. We're skipping over them. This is a new problem completely separate to that entire area. Destry was once ruled by vampires known as the Bad Bagels. Clearly a pseudonym to hide their real identity, but one they settled on several thousand years ago, or several hundred, we're unsure. It is roughly 1,000 or so miles away, give or take which direction you go through, since you can't just move through a mountain. But it is currently beginning to mobilize. These vampires were ousted by a warlord known as Fresnoth and two supporters, the Duke and Duchess Aldrich. I suppose that is the family name. Yes, Aldrich. And then there is the Duke, known to us as Grothil. Or Grothel. I'm not sure the true pronunciation. He's a minor nobility within that area. I care nothing for him. Anyway, there was also another Duke. He was known to us once as... And he looks to Ozark for help. And John looks to Chat. Chat, what is this random Duke's name? Someone, give me an NPC name right now. I'll take the first one. This is your chance. Alright, Gibby. Fuck you, Gibby. Tamer.
Basil.
I know
Basil
it.
Bagel.
Basil. Basil's a cool name.
Oh,
Basil
fuck.
the Bagel.
I've only seen Basil.
No, 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 no.
There's like a 30-second delay or something. I'm waiting. Oh, come on, guys. Anyone type in chat. Basil.
Please.
Duke Basil it is, unfortunately. Based.
And we already know his theme song.
Alright. Duke Basil of the North was an administrator duke who was then promoted to replace the Bad Bagels in their hierarchy. Now it seems like that negotiation between the powers that ousted the vampires is now done. They are trying to remove this creature known now as the Overduke from power. The Overduke legally is the rightful ruler of Destry now. He has been in charge of their government for over 5 years, making him... He has legitimacy, and although his power base is based off warlords and rebelling dukes and duchesses, he still has that legitimacy behind him. Fresnoth in the north, who has the lands of Drissel, Tyrant points out, pinging the map, has moved south and has besieged Destry. They are removing him as this new year starts because, like how I wish to be promoting new policies and taking our country into a new way, so too does this Fresnoth character, it seems, and she is not uncontested. The Duke and Duchess Aldrich are also interfering with her and doing a similar thing of trying to snatch the Overduke and make him their prime puppet rather than a shared one. This Duke Grothil seems to be hanging out and watching the situation develop before acting, a wise move in this political upheaval. Speaking of, my hidden political team of spies and wizards is still heavily intrigued. Whoa, that was really loud thunder, John. What the fuck?
I heard that.
Jesus Christ, that was loud.
I thought that was just like you breathed into your mic.
No, that was thunder. Uh-oh.
Severe thunderstorm
Thunder.
warning, guys.
Basically. I have to go to the store after that. Grothel is remaining neutral at this time, but it is still a player within this new developing blah 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 political team. They're trapped in Alcazar and Thorazor. I don't know what they're currently up to. I'm leaving Mori to do that, whoever that guy is. Who's Mori? And he just like looks to Tyrant, or not to Tyrant, to Ozark, and Ozark waves him off, like, fuck off. So, I will be sending you all there to Destry with the help of the Ulatheans to relieve the Overduke, bring in some elite units to reinforce him, and then we are busting out the Expeditionary Force. 2,500 soldiers of Tolst will be heading over to Destry. Indeed. I do not have rough estimates of their numbers, but if need be, we will send more. It is time to put our new army, which is trained for this past year and winter, to the test, and this will be our playground. Also, there is an Ulathean ruin to the north, which is well within Fresnoth's territory, or beyond it even. To get there, to explore that, you will need this area to be peaceful. Otherwise, you will be harassed and harangued by rivals who want to steal whatever wealth you have found there. I would prefer that be ours and ours alone. So, any concerns that I should assuage now?
So let me get this completely straight. Our diplomacy team is either in Thorazor or in Alcazar or split in both. Is that correct?
Their movements are hidden from me for a reason. I cannot always... I must trust them to fulfill my wishes. For more people to know their goings on is more chances for them to be harassed, assassinated, captured, spilling the beans about our own objectives, as it were.
Right, of course. That's like the generalized location of their whereabouts, yes?
Yes, in that several 100-mile area.
And so Destry is related to this in what way?
They are not at all. This is a new development within the world.
Ah, I see.
Indeed.
So,
That clears that up for me then?
question, like, does Thorazor know we're gonna be passing by them? Cause it might look bad for
It will.
enemy
The
aircraft
Expeditionary
to,
Force shall be heading north or south. We have not decided yet. They will be behind you by several days. I am only sending Irithyll ship, which can outrun most modern craft, and also outfight ships much bigger than it. And Irithyll
Awesome.
will not to this. You all will push through Thorazor and speed past their patrols. We will give them the formality warning that, hey, we're passing a single ship through, don't get your panties in a bunch. But the other half of this objective will be moved aside to make them feel a bit more safe. We understand that this is a power play on the geographic level. It is to show that we are not just going to sit by and watch our world crumble. Alternatively, it could be taken as the Tyrant of Tulsa is now about to tyrannize everyone, which, I mean, objectively speaking, is true.
Yeah, just moving a bit early, I suppose.
We are.
also objectively speaking, it's not really our concern. It's not this team's concern how that looks, as long as we just don't get killed in the process.
This
Very
is true.
true.
You
Very
are
true.
here to fight. You have proven yourselves worthy warriors. Go kill people.
I thought we had another team for that.
You do. They will also be deployed to this area shortly.
Oh, neat.
Oh, excellent.
They are
Do
going
each
with
of
the
the-
reinforcements, not the airship that you are all well familiar with already.
Right.
Do each of
Road
these
trip.
dukes and duchesses have their own armies, soldiers,
They do.
special forces guys?
We are currently sending our top man to go ascertain some of those numbers. It's still taking him a few days. We need people in Destry now, though. Irithil's ship can make 1,000 miles in roughly a day and a half if she's going slow. Right? And, you know, she gives a hand symbol, like, yeah, somewhere around there. We will hope that the Overduke has enough home troops within the capital to defend himself. But if that's not the case, and he is captured, we will free him and make him our own puppet. Destry cannot fall to the hands of warlords. We need reasonable people in charge of our neighbors. Otherwise, chaos will spread. A city will just has the potential to be wiped off just out of the face of the earth, and we cannot lose any more allies or potential allies. So, we will crack a few eggs to make the best omelet. Is that the metaphor? He looks to you
It
all.
works for me.
Sure, it works. Now, can we move on to the shinies? I see some stuff on the
Can we
table.
move on? Yeah, no on to the give
Yes. Who wants theirs first?
Me! Me!
Step forward, Nav.
Me. I do so,
You do so.
like a child.
And this one, the
Gimme.
tyrant produces himself, while all others are held back a little bit. It is a simple wooden box, which he will pull open and reveal a amulet. This amulet's weight is negligible, but it is attunement like all of these items are. Nav, do you understand your role within this party? We did not pick you just because you did well running away from Sergeant Slaughter.
No.
Good. I will tell you now. It will be your job, as well as your friends' jobs, to keep each other alive. We expect you to be in melee with minimal range support at your disposal. To defend them, you must put something in their way to keep them alive. And with that, I present you this. This is an amulet. And you can touch it. It is of brass. There is a strange symbol etched within a crown that has been chiseled out. And potentially, if you look to the back, there is a small hoop where you can wear this as a ring, potentially. Super potentially. I don't know why this ring was included in the item description. But there it is. This is a pendant of my pure agitation. You missed that opportunity, but when I focus my anger or my disdain, it can freeze even the bravest of hearts. It is less effective away from me, for I am channeling my own agitation through this, but once per day, you may use it, and I will send a little bit over to wherever you are. And I will send you the details of this item later.
That's epic.
No, I think I know what he's doing.
You know your Fallen Scourge bullshit?
Yeah,
This is this. Strength to
Okay.
11, bro. The starting DC is 25, and it loses 1 DC per 100 miles.
Okay.
So 1,000 miles away, it's a DC 15. The minimum it will go is 10. The closer you are to the tyrant, the more effective this is as well.
So the lowest it will ever go is to 15.
The lowest it will ever
No,
go
10.
is 10.
10. Okay. No, I thought like 10.
Yep.
I was thinking mileage.
Lowest to 10, highest to 25. Very strong. It is also a Basically, it's it's an AoE dragon fear, basically. Fuck, man. It's literally putting the frighting condition on anything within, like, a 60-foot radius. Who is not your
Jesus.
friend. Or, no, wait. Hang on. No, there's a caveat to this. Excuse me. I'm giving you, like, the crappy thing. I could read this verbatim, but I don't want to.
You can just send it to me.
Yeah, I will. It is not your enemy. It is the tyrant's enemies. So anyone who considers themselves like an enemy of you and, you know, adjacent the tyrant, it will work on. So all of your allies, in theory, will not be feared, but potentially.
Potentially.
You may find a sleeper within your party.
Yeah, what if we had like a spy? Would a spy get feared?
Yes.
Cool.
If I was his enemy.
Nav, you are ordered to back off and go look at your shiny at the desk. Who's up next?
I'll go up next.
Runt. No, Runt, you're last. No matter what.
Okay.
No, they have a special thing for you.
Yeah, he's got beef with you.
I will wait.
Who's up next aside from Runt?
Okay,
0.
well, yeah, 0, 0.
0, another item that the tyrant collaborated to make. The previous one was his own, but this is one of those elven blades that the original people got. This time it's enchanted by Arvo himself, fueled with tyrant's magic. It is a simple enchantment. I have gifted this blade 0, but you... to my understanding, you are a melee specialist of sword and shield.
I like to get in there and fuck shit up.
I see. The last person who did that was woefully unprepared and was mauled to death by undulating monsters with spikes and swords for hands. I have gifted this sword a +1 to hit and a +1 to AC.
Ooh.
Indeed. It's your own mini defender, and it is finesse, a finesse longsword, due to its make. So you may use this.
Ooh.
It is not as flashy or as magically as the other one, but I believe to a fighter, that is secondary.
I only need to go and fuck shit up, yeah?
Indeed.
Being pretty about it, let the other ones do that.
He hands you the sword with its leather sheath. Alright, who's up next? Kushim, Quinn, or Revik?
Sure. Revik will just step forward.
Revik, you step forward, and the tyrant's eyes fall upon you with a small sadness. Revik, I can feel your anger and your hatred to Irithyll. It was immediate the moment you first stepped foot in my halls, and although I respect your autonomy, as I respect everyone's, except for the people who kill my friends, this needs to stop. We are entering a war. You two must make amends, and Irithyll, despite following her best judgment, did wound you in a way that transcends the flesh. I cannot apologize on her behalf, so I will force her to apologize by gifting you an item of their own. And Irithyll is fucking livid.
There's a small smile. There's a very small smile.
Oh, she fucking hates this shit, man. It is a cloak. Currently, it is of mottled white, gray, and black. So there's swatches and patterns all over in a winter camouflage. It is for normally sized medium, but adjustments have been made so that you may wear it. It is a named item. It is called K Thalil, also known as the Cloak of the Seasons.
Oh, cool.
I will send you a bunch of information, but the massive summary is basically this is a flat +3 to stealth when you are in natural environments. So being in forest, tall grass, near a boulder or a mountain, but it will never work in civilization. If you are in a town at all, the idea of that town existing immediately disregards this magical effect.
Okay.
You may hide in plain sight, provided that there is cover, such as trees, shrubs, tall grass, dirt mounds, or something for the cloak to blend in with. And every season, the cloak will magically switch to be that season's predominant colors.
Cool.
Indeed. This cloak is somewhat powerful. It used to be one of their cousins' people. It wasn't even the Ulatheans. This is like a keepsake from the First Age, before the split between the... They won't go into details since you're a fucking frog and you're probably going to die in like 5 years, but basically this is a super sentimental item. They would never hand this out to anyone at all if they could choose. But right now, the Tyrant is forcing Irithyll to make amends, and she begrudgingly, without a talent gauntlet on her hand, will try desperately to force herself to move her arm into like a handshake position. She is literally like fighting herself to do this.
I've already got the like little cloak on,
Yeah.
and I'll put on the bright pink glove that Kushine gave me, and I'll shake her hand and I'll say, I'll try not to get too much blood on it.
If it dies, so do you. Oh, this hurts. Can you stop? And she's like begging the Tyrant to release whatever spell she is under. And then the Tyrant gloats and is like, this is what it feels like to have your agency removed, Irithyll. Don't fucking forget it. And she will back away, giving you a cloak.
Mr. Tyrant, sir, I'll do my best, because you've given me not just a cloak, but
a
also
a best
sweet,
friend.
sweet revenge against a bitch. So thank you.
You're welcome. Your rivalry must die here.
It's over. I'm sorry. The look on her face was pretty good. I'll remember it.
All right, Quinn and Kushim, who's up next?
I'll approach sheepishly.
Quinn. Ozark, why don't you take it away? I don't even know how to explain this item, and Ozark jumps at the chance. He's still under the shut the fuck up spell from like days ago. So Ozark shows up.
Isn't that like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it was
3
like a
weeks
month
ago. I can speak finally outside of this brat. Oh man, Quinn, come here. Come here to me. Come to my desk. I have something
right.
for you. I've been wanting to show it to someone. What do you know
Hopefully
of
it's not-
Nevlator's arsenal?
I don't know anything.
Nevlator's arsenal, shit show. Never go there, even if someone like threatens you with death. Do not go. There's a sewer gigolo. Oh wait, shit. We're sending you guys there to sewer gigolo, aren't we? Disregard everything I said. So, there's this guy named Clowntown. Me and him, we go way back. People think we hate each other. We're actually best friends. Oh, man. You just gotta respect the distance, you know? He's on his side of the continent, I'm on mine. But, you know, every few centuries or so, we throw something at each other to show, like, hey, I'm better than you. And, man, Clowntown thought this little fucking thing would impress me. It doesn't. It's terrible. That's why I'm giving it to you. And he hands you a... like a foot long scepter, which has grooves for your hand to fit comfortably, potentially with 2 hands if you so want, and it has 4 little nubbins of weird prismatic gemstones inlaid on the 4 corners of it. So it's creating this weird pattern, or I guess just a cross pattern technically, and inside there's a hole. has been dug out and removed, and inside that hole, there is another gemstone. Now tell me, Quinn, how many times do you want to stab a motherfucker?
Not often.
Like, all the time, right? Let's be real. You're
No.
a caster, you don't really have the arm strength to, like, truly butcher a person. Like, I see how you look at your dagger, you draw it sometimes in a fight, and then you're like, gotta put that up to cast a spell. And like, alright, now, Clowntown, he thought, ha, Ozark, he's a wizard. He always wants to stab people, and he's right, I always do. Oh, I miss being able to stab someone. He just does like a stabbing mode. I like a downward thing, but sometimes a thrust, equally good. This fucking guy thinks that this will solve it. Here, grab this.
I take it.
You take it, and a grayish energy begins to particle up, kind of like a reverse lava lamp, but a bit more grainy. Kind of like you've gone back into the 70s to watch, like, just pixelated shit come out of, like, those old, what do you call it? Like, cells? Like, animation cells? And as you focus on it a little bit more and get accustomed to it, more of these little particles will begin to solidify. And although it will never be a singular blade or blade shape, these particle effects will continue to go up and up and up until a limit of, like, 2.5 feet is reached. Now go ahead, stab me.
You sure about this?
Yes, do it.
Do it!
It will.
Okay.
Stab
Just
him.
roll to
Stab
hit
him.
of something.
Yes, it will be 1d20 plus. Yes, just like a dagger. However,
Yeah.
it will not be doing dagger damage. It will be doing. Okay, so here's the math. All right. So you have spell levels, right? You have two.
Yep.
You can go up to your second level slot right now, right?
Mhm.
So it's going to go up 1d4 per spell slot you have in each tier. So,
Ooh.
hang on. Wait. It's not that powerful. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
So if you have one in your first slot tier, it does 1d4 damage. If you have one in your second slot tier, it does 2d4 damage. And then if you have one in your third slot tier, it does 3d4
Okay.
up to a max
Yeah.
of,
Understand.
I think, 5. However, it also does your spell casting modifier in terms of damage. So it will be
So
dex.
3d4 plus 3 right now.
Okay. Well, it's going to be your dex to hit,
Plus dex.
dex or strength to hit, excuse me, since strength is also learning how to swing a blade. But it will be your those d4s plus your spellcasting modifier in terms of damage. Also,
What's this
it
thing
is.
called exactly?
I think this is just called. Let me look. Actually, this is called the Essence
of
Particle
Get Fucked.
Sword.
Aw.
The
Okay.
more spell slots you have, like following that 1-1-1 pattern, since it doesn't matter how many slots you have in total, like how many, like if you're having 4 in one, it's still gonna just be 1d4, right?
Mhm.
What was I trying to say? Oh, it also does necrotic damage until you're level 9, in which case it will mirror your alignment, since you'll actually show up on the world scale of having an alignment. It's a pretty dope weapon. I'll send you the details later, but you can turn it off and on whenever you want. It's literally just a thought away from turning it off. So you're not like swinging a sword anywhere. You're literally like moving your hand and then activating it to just thrust them with fucking necrotic.
Doctor
You're-
Strange.
Yeah.
You're lightsabering.
Yeah,
Literally
you're,
a lightsaber.
you're like lightsabering, but through like the VR goggles. They're not like real lightsabers. Like they don't follow the blade motion. They're just like boop 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 boop. They're pretty dope though. You
I
know,
kind of hold it, and I say, "Huh, neat. You can have this," and I hand him my normal dagger.
I can stab a mother tyrant. And he just like goes to lunge for his son nephew creature. And fucking, they start wrestling and throw each other over the table. Guards get involved, but Arvo speaks up in his mechanical voice, not even paying heed to this. Who wants the next item? Ah, it's Kushim. Come here, Kushim.
Oh, yes.
It looks like I am the one to explain this, even though this is not my gift to you at all. And one of his helpers will go to where Ozark was sitting as well, while the two Tyrant and Ozarks thrash on the ground against each other. And the guys who broke his arm, I suppose, will gently move a arcane focus to your hand. It is a small scepter, also like 1.5 foot long, but this one is much more worn. It's also made out of wood rather than metal. And it is apparently what the Tyrant used as a child to first dip into mastering his potential as a warlock when he was being trained as one. After the two stop fighting, Tyrant will give an explanation. Kushim, there is a sadness when it comes to being one of our own classes. I am a trained warlock of the 17th level or so, and that was before I inherited this power. When I was a child, I still had access to a shitload of magic, though, and Ozark made me a device which allowed me to cast spells as though I was a normal warlock in training. This, until you reach the 4th circle of spell slots, as they are known, shall allow you to divide the ones you currently have into fractions based off the 1, 2, 3 scale. So you can turn a 3rd level spell slot into 3 first levels, a 2nd level into 2 first levels, so on and so forth. It will potentially allow you to cast multiple spells per day, which you then can regain on a short rest. I would recommend you get the most out of it while you can, because once you hit 4th level spells, the magic can no longer separate such, like, it's just a crappy enchantment Ozark made on whim. It's not a real thing. So you will one day outscale it and will not be able to benefit from its effects, and hopefully you will pass it to another warlock in training.
I will treasure it as a gift from my friend.
Treasure it always, for it is yours now. I will never ask for any of these items back. These are my gifts to you for your continued survival and success, and that leaves us with you. He looks to you, Runt. Runt, when you first walked into my court, you asked for something. Do you remember what that was?
Was it the Lederhosen?
It was the Lederhosen. I have gifted you the gift that will continue to keep on gifting. Runt, follow me. You all may stay or not. I do not care. Runt, follow me. Tyrant orders you. Make a charisma saving throw. I don't care. Fuck it. Follow him.
I will bonus action power walk.
You power walk after him. His bodyguard will also follow. Everyone else can remain. Just secret away. But meta knowledge, everyone can listen to this description. God, yours is so fucking long. Okay.
Let's go.
You are brought into a closet or a dressing room, and within it is a small rack, and on a hanger is the weirdest jumpsuit you've ever seen in your fucking life. It is a full body, and he calls it, he looks at the name, a stealth suit, he calls it. It is made out of 3 layers. The first one, which will be attached to your skin, is silked clothing, or a silk layer, which is enchanted with anti-chafe spells. Which, you know, does... Yeah, it just doesn't, you know, get anywhere you don't want it to be. It's super nice. The next enchantment is a strange fibrous padding, which Tyrant will try to show you by peeling back the very first layer, which we'll get to in a moment. And you will see these white, almost muscle-like cords that have been woven together to create a tight binding.
Is this a nano suit?
No, it is not.
I was kidding.
These are both enchanted and mechanically woven by the best tailor in the world, known as Hodel, within the Forge of Alvin. The Tyrant gives you that knowledge freely. It will cling tightly to you, which is another reason why the anti-chafe layer exists, because this shit will ride you like no fucking tomorrow, Ron, my man. And the last one is just a very thin padded layer, which will pressurize the rest of the layers together. So when you wear this, you'll basically just be vacuum sealed within, not letting water in or air. Like, you will sweat in this motherfucker too. This is both going to be super comfortable, and then you're going to take it off and you're going to smell. It is currently painted black, but there's no reason you can't, you know, camo it up at all. And the best bit of all is you can wear anything over it, including lederhosen.
Anything?
It acts as studded leather armor, so it's 13 AC. And it also gives you a +2 to strength, to a maximum of 15 or 18.
Nice.
Yes. I will send you all... Well, I have to type these up, and then I'll send you all of the information to your attuned items. Excellent. Poor Zero. He's got this +1/+1. Everyone else is getting fucking modifiers, and they can
I
fucking...
got stats, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, +1 AC is good.
+1 AC is great.
5%.
Phenomenal.
It is.
But that is it for the magical items. Runt, you may don your new suit if you so wish. It was tailor-made
Yes, please.
for you. Only a size small creature can wear it.
How long does it take to dawn?
Like a
Oh
minute.
god.
Just a minute or so.
Oh, regular.
Just slip that bad boy on immediately.
Yeah. The first layer touches your skin. You go full fucking nude for this shit. Go down.
I just do the Bruce Almighty where I just go whoosh, and then he just goes naked.
Whistles from the crowd.
The Tyrant will leave you to it, and you can come out looking dope and fly as fuck. There is also a pair of lederhosen, which you may just put on right
Oh
after.
hell yeah! Of course.
So you got this like full body suit, and then like straight out of Metal Gear Solid, and then you fucking put on the fucking lederhosen.
I was about to say, is this like a solid snake suit?
More or less, yeah.
Hell yeah.
The Tyrant will arrive back into the room. Greet you all one more time. Tomorrow we're putting you on Irithil's ship. I'm sorry that your holiday is going to be interrupted, but it's about time you guys get back out onto the greater world anyway.
Yeah, it's been about a month. We've had some time.
I wish you luck in the coming war. There will be many to follow you shortly. Try not to die. Protect the Overduke. And good luck. Yeah.
We run out very ready. We're like, do you want to live forever? I'm sorry. I can't. I can't. Ignore that. Ignore that.
In this next week, please update your inventories so that we can know what the fuck is happening with your sheets and what you're taking into a war. I suggest going encumbered, or at least not heavily encumbered, but like encumbered, because you don't know the situation. you may want to. You may not have access to things for quite some time, and supply drops will be a time issue. And if you need something soon or quickly, you might not have that opportunity to get it. So take
Assume
rope.
food and water is no problem.
It might be. The ship has stocks that are on an Excel spreadsheet. They are currently at their normal capacity, and they can always leave. And, like, go get more stuff. But if you need food, if you need rope, and the ship's gone to restock, you're going to have to come up with some creative solutions. So this is your time to make a stockpile, fill out the party sheet, get something that you might need in the future, and then, you know, go to a war zone that is active.
Maybe we can
Now I
talk
can
about
carry-
that.
Yeah, we could probably talk that like out of the session
Good. I'm glad.
over the course of the week.
Because we are wrapping it up here for today, folks. But any shout-outs you guys want to make?
Shout out to Basil.
Fucking Basil.
Shout out to Miros, who I failed to get the +1, the elemental weapon to.
Oh yeah, who's taking that? You want that? Fucking.
Hey, I no longer have negative strength. I could use it.
Hey, Eric, if you don't want it, yeah.
Oh god.
Eric, do you want the
Someone-
pickaxe? You can take it.
Fuck yeah!
All right.
Yes!
I
Give me
tried, Eric. I tried, Miros. I tried. I'm sorry. Have a good one. That's it.
All right. Everyone in the chat. Our boy Nick, also known as Rumble Roar, is going to be on Deadly Dungeons, hosted by a different Nick, tomorrow. Right? Am I making this up? I hope I'm not making this up.
Oh.
They are playing a clue party and investigating a mystery house. So please check them out at twitch.tv/koibu. Because, man, their first run was funny as fuck. I can't wait to see their second one, potentially third. After that, we have Saturday Game. We're going to revisit the political party. Don't know how that's going to go. They're in, they are the furthest ones behind the campaign calendar, but that just means they can do more stuff knowing the future. Isn't that nice?
I finally got them.
Indeed. After that, you know, the week resets. We'll revisit Ray Team on Monday, Thursday, Saturday, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the drill by now. Any other shout-outs or things you guys want to say?
No?
Alright. Heavy roleplay episode complete. Guys, we're signing off. Take care. Don't die. See you Saturday.
See you Saturday.